everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike. Easus is here. Hi, Easus.
Hello.
How are you, pal?
I'm back.
You're back.
to some's dismay, I'm sure. But
Oh, yeah. I can name names.
I'm sure there was a week of very joyful listening for a lot of people.
For some people there was. Garrett is also here. Hello, Garrett.
Hello.
How are you, pal?
I'm here.
Can we get that TV on the monitor there?
Yeah, just add it on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Everything's falling apart.
Yeah. How was your little trip, Easus?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It actually is. You know, my time with the parents has gotten better over the years. Where it's
Sure.
Trust me, they can still
Drive you nuts?
drive me nuts, and I'm sure I drive them nuts equally.
Dude, that's in every family.
I don't think it matters.
That's not just you.
I don't think it would matter if I was living in my own apartment and we went on a trip together. I think it would be. I don't believe that's a factor of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I will say this. Whatever it's worth, I was telling you this. There was something. I don't know if you would call it a pet peeve or not, but there was something about my dad, and I've noticed it before, but for some reason this time on this trip, it just started bugging me more. And it's obnoxious because I don't think it should matter. I don't think it should bug me as much as it does.
Dude, things like like Bill Boger used to do, clearing his throat, James' dad. You know, like any little thing, the way you answer the phone can drive someone nuts. So it's just because you're with them all the time.
Yeah.
Those little nuances that make them them.
Well, I'll say this, and again, you're right though. I do a million things. Like when I'm here and I'm eating, you always give me shit for how bad
you're
I am
a
at
mess.
eating,
You're
right?
a train wreck.
So
Yeah.
I get that I have those things too, but everyone has them, and so I will say
you have a ton of them. Yeah.
my dad has a thing too. This isn't even what I was going to get into, but he sips really loud every time he drinks.
Fuck yeah, that would drive. That's nails on a chalkboard type stuff.
Yeah,
Hate
like
any kind of food related noise. I'm
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So
It is fucking gross.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. And we all do it to some
I
extent.
know, I know.
But if someone, like, when you first meet a girl, those are just like the little things that make her unique and special.
I know.
It's like,
Yeah.
the way she sips her tea
I
in the
love her little
morning.
quirks.
I love those little quirks. And then as time goes on, it's like, I want to fucking kill her.
Right.
Fucking, if I hear her slurp one more time on a bowl of soup, I'll fucking kill her.
I know.
So it all depends on.
But the thing I'll say that, like I said, this is obnoxious. I'm admitting this is so dumb. But my dad has this coat. I don't know. I think he's had it for a little bit now. But they have pockets like on the front.
On the like titty area?
Yeah. And so instead of putting his pockets in normal pockets, he walks around when it's cold and his pockets are like up in his chest.
Wait, like where his hands go?
Yeah, that's where he puts his
Yeah,
hands.
that's irritating as shit.
And I don't know how to explain it, but when I see him, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I want to be like, Dad, would you just put your fucking hands
Does
in
he
them?"
have pockets down here
Yes.
too? Yeah.
But he puts them up, and they're kind of, like I said, up kind of in his chest area.
Looks
But
like he's rubbing his tits all day.
yes, he puts
Yeah,
his like
that's
hand.
weird. No, that would bother me too. If my dad was walking around like that big of a dork with his hands up here in his pockets, I think I'd say something like, dude, if we're going to hang out in public, you already have enough going against you, but you cannot have
I think it's like
titty
an old
pockets that
person.
you're putting your hands into.
I think it's like an old person. I think he's reached an age that's just comfortable for him. I think he gets colder
Yeah.
more than he used to. And so that's all I can describe. They're like
Like put
right
my
on-
arms below my heart, then the blood can't pump there, and my fingers get cold.
And I was literally
that could be. Mike's kind of tall too.
Yeah, and I was thinking literally like we were going into a Walmart to get something, and as I was seeing it, I was like, when I get back, I'm going to talk to Mike about this because I don't know what you would, and because I'm just looking at him. And like I said,
Did you say anything to him?
No. And,
Are you going to?
No, I won't.
No.
And like I said, it is obnoxious though. It shouldn't bother me as much as it does. I think it's a little weird.
that's pretty obnoxious. I got to be honest with you. I'm on team Easus on this one. I think
That's a little noxious.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my dad. My dad will still tuck in T-shirts.
Oh, he does that too.
And I just go, dude, no, just stop. Or he'll do this too. My dad tends to do this. He'll be like, oh yeah, I got this new sweatshirt. Pull it down like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, would you fucking ruffle it up, dude? You look like you're gonna murder someone. What's the matter with you? And he's like, what? I'm like, dude, you look like a dork. Just fucking fluff it up.
No,
a little bit.
I hate
It's
to.
just-
I don't mean to be calling on my dad. Like, but he knows that too. And like when we go out, you're right. Like, and that's just our ages. I think that when you grow up, I'm not gonna have a kid, and you're probably not gonna have a kid, but like,
Hell no.
But people that are younger, maybe they'll start doing that again, and we'll look weird for just walking around with a hoodie or something.
Yeah.
But when I go out like to my sisters, we're not going out to eat. We're going to her house, watching the kid a little bit, going home. Yeah, he'll have the pants and the tucked in polo shirt or something.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
what are you going to an interview or something?
Yeah. It can't be comfortable.
I know.
You know, with a belt, the belt properly buckled. You're like, dude, man.
Yes.
I feel attacked on this one. I tuck my shirt in all the time.
Do you? You're not tucked right now.
Not right now, but sometimes when I'm wearing a t-shirt or something, or especially if I'm
Really?
doing any kind of long sleeve like button up, it's always tucked in.
Why?
No, but see that.
It's the style for me. Like I'll usually I'll wear like a long sleeve button up and I'll tuck in everything and unbutton it down to the last button, so it kind of comes in like it's a little gay looking, but I'm a little gay.
Well,
So.
a little gay.
Yeah. That fits.
But I think it's a great. You know what happened, and this is just something that it's a little rule I live by. It's whenever a black lady compliments anything I wear, I know it's good. So
Okay.
I was walking through an H&M with that style one time because a girlfriend convinced me to do it, and black lady just said, "You look great today, honey," something like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
I have to wear this style the rest of my life.
Yeah,
and I've been doing it since.
There is something.
That's a solid advice. That's a solid life to live by. I think.
Yeah,
I'm just
black
saying,
people
usually if
tell
a
you-
black lady
I had
tells
a-
you something's cool,
I had a
it's cool.
black guy dropping off some stuff, because of all the remodel stuff going on, and he walked in the door. He's like, "Nice shoes."
Exactly.
And I was wearing these like low cut Jordans.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, thank you, sir." He was all about him, and no white person's ever said anything. to
No.
me,
It's like if you
nice
get complimented by a black person on something
Black
you're
dude?
wearing,
Yeah.
then it's a good fit.
I'm gonna say, by the way, in this instance, I do think that race is necessary in both. I'm just because I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
get on you about the race.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
think
give me
it's
shit about
absolutely
race.
necessary in this context.
Well,
to say,
I've got some stories in here. I'll show you what real racism looks like.
Look,
For
I don't
sure.
think that's racism. I just don't think it's necessary.
What, when I'm identifying black people, that I hold the door for them a little longer? Yeah.
But my point is, I definitely think it's necessary here. Like, I understand why you would.
Yeah,
say
if
here.
some dorky fucking white lady said
No.
like, "Oh, you look great today,"
No, I'm
you'd be
throwing them out.
Burn
Shut up,
it.
you old bag.
Yeah, burn it. You know,
Oh
I
boy,
don't want your
I'm wearing the
input.
wrong shit.
I don't expect Karen to give me good fashion advice. I
No.
expect LaQuanda.
Yeah, LaQuisha will give you that advice.
She'll tell you exactly what she's thinking.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
anyway, it's nice that once in a while, like I said, I didn't even know if this was what we used
Well,
to
it's
do. when
grievances,
grievance
yeah.
or not. I didn't
Yeah.
know where it fell, but
we're gonna bring those back to
Let me find the clock.
grievances because grievances are great, and we haven't done those in a long time.
I think that my problem with grievances became I think I lived too much of a charmed life that I didn't have things pissing me off as
Yeah.
much, which maybe is good or bad. I
People
don't know,
really
but-
love the grievances.
I
though.
did too.
They really did.
When we used to do them, I did too. Like when I really had something that was like, dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, Jay. The problem is Jay took issue with our grievances like they weren't.
You're always
Like
pussy old
legitimate-
man every time.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
of course
he
they
was.
weren't though. Like,
but
they are first world problems.
well, I know. Well, then everything about us is not worth mentioning.
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
because
no.
we're first world people.
I agree.
Sorry,
Right.
You know, I don't have to eat monkeys for a living, so to feed me. So you know,
No, I
it's
agree.
not a bitch.
That's why they're okay.
But he would be like, "Oh, you left the house, so you got a traffic grievance." I'm like, "I just have a grievance.
Yeah.
Something hit me today. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit if it's a fast food line or traffic,
Right.
Or whatever. You know,
no, for sure.
And sometimes the stupider they are, the
That's what I was
funnier
gonna
they
say.
are.
The joke to me was always like, who can say the most about the dumbest subject?
Yeah.
Well, I would assume that that's going down a path. I think
Yeah.
you just didn't get that. Is what I
who?
would say, Jay.
Yeah.
That's just like you would.
But every grievance of his was like the end of the world.
I don't want to go on a soapbox. I'll just
Yeah.
I'll leave my
That's
comments
fine.
there.
But we are going to bring that back. So maybe you
I
guys
like
think
it.
of
I'll
some
try to start
grievances.
thinking of something.
Yeah, start thinking of stuff, and
can
the
work
same
something out.
rules apply: pussy, old man, or
Valid, bona fide.
bona fide. I thought we added some that would potentially.
I think there's like some situational ones. Like,
situational.
you
Yeah,
come up with a different ranking at the moment.
at the moment. Yeah. Which is all fair game. I'm the judge, so
Yep.
I'll determine whether or not it's fair. But I think he's just got pussy old man quite often.
I would say more often than not. I had to really come with a grievance. Like,
I don't know. I think we just established
I-
pussy old man, and then sometimes we'd
Come in
we'd
afterwards and
justify
kinda-
your thing. but-
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's what it is, man. I just real quick, I would say when I went, when I went with the family, we went to Minnesota and went to that like the old barn. That's where the Minnesota basketball team plays at.
Yeah.
For anyone that likes stadiums, super fucking cool. It was like going to
like an old high school gym,
dude. It was like
barn,
going to
or-
Old Tiger Stadium or something, man. They had like literally like actual, restricted seat or obstructed views where there's like a pole in front of you and shit like that. It was super
Did
dope.
you go for a game?
Yeah, we went to see Michigan State versus Minnesota. Just, I don't cheer for State, but my parents both do, and so it was a Christmas present. So I thought they might find it fun.
Okay.
Go
So
out of town
it's still in use? It's not just an old relic?
No, it's still in use, and it was really cool, man. It was for anyone
Decent seats?
You know what's annoying? I bought lower level seats. Me and my sister both shared, split the cost of the trip or whatever. She didn't go, but we both agreed it would be a fun little trip for them.
Yep.
And I bought lower level tickets, but these days you're so used to being able to pick exactly. A lot of places you can I'm going to pick the aisle very specific.
Yeah.
We couldn't, and we spent the extra money on lower level seats. We ended up one row behind where the seats ended, and we were in bleachers, and it was like, fuck, man. But like I didn't know we were buying. We were on the Michigan State side where the bench was, and Tom Izzo's right there and everything. And I'm like, we're one row on the fucking bleachers, but whatever.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? But it was fun shit, man.
Did Michigan State win?
Dude, you know what's awesome? They lost.
That sounds awesome.
No,
Awesome.
because I don't cheer for
Great
Michigan.
game.
I don't cheer for Michigan State. I cheer for Michigan. I never cheer for Michigan State. But my parents, I was cheering for them. But Minnesota is not good. They don't beat Michigan State very often. And they had their biggest home crowd they had that year. The student section was actually pretty busy. And the fucking game had so much atmosphere. Michigan was up by like 10 at one point, and Minnesota had like a big run and won it. And the place was
Were
going
you cheering for Minnesota?
I wasn't like I was almost like I wasn't not cheering for Minnesota. But I wasn't. I liked that they won. The crowd went fucking crazy and shit. It was cool.
Did you storm the court?
I was wondering if they were going to. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't storm the court, but it was really fun.
Well, that's
Super
good.
fun, dude.
Well, welcome back. We missed you yesterday after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Were you as bored as I was, like with the commercials, halftime?
I actually didn't hate halftime. I guess like a lot of people
Yeah.
didn't like it as much. I didn't hate it.
I didn't get the point. It was like, okay, if you wanted to have Usher in 2008 do this,
Yeah,
sort
I
of
get
makes sense.
that.
But
my big point.
that's what I didn't understand was
Usually
like,
the Super Bowl is like a big relevant artist at the moment.
yeah.
No, I
yeah.
understand
or,
that.
Or
like
like,
a
we were
legacy guy
talking
can
about,
go for a
a
lot.
legacy artist, you get McCartney and
Yeah.
it's all, it
They
always
it's
fits.
like
Yeah,
when they put those
yeah.
legacy guys
Usher's
up,
not
it's
one of those.
Usually the legacy guys also have something new coming out that year or something.
Well, he did,
Yeah.
I think, have a new album coming out.
But he's not a legacy artist.
Yeah,
he's
no,
not the Rolling Stones.
I understand that.
So,
I get that. I'm not like an Usher fan necessarily. But
Yeah.
I did think it was cool. I like the roller skating or blading he did when he did that part of it where he was going
Yeah.
around. I thought it was fine. I know most people didn't. I actually didn't think the commercials were as bad as from what I'm hearing. I hear a lot of people really bitching, I guess, about the commercials.
yeah, I just didn't pay all that much attention. It was just like, oh, grab a glob of celebrities, throw them in
Yeah.
here, and that'll
Yeah.
make it awesome. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, it just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, you're right.
So-
I don't know. I didn't pay as much attention as I have in the past. As you know, I didn't care as much.
Yeah.
A lot of it was due to the Lions. To be
Lions
honest with
fans
you.
were, yeah.
I just didn't.
I got that vibe
Yeah.
from a lot of people that they just didn't. They were almost protesting this year's Super Bowl because they weren't there.
I swear, even though in the past few years I've generally gotten a little not where I've cared as much as I have as a kid, not like this. I've never cared less about a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah,
And
me
yes-
either. And my team was in it.
Right.
And I cared about the game. Don't
Yeah,
get me
yeah.
wrong. I cared about the game. But all the pregame bullshit, all the anthems, all the stuff that everybody seems to get excited about talking about,
Yeah.
the betting lines,
Yeah.
the fucking post-game stuff. I shut it off right away and went to bed. I was like, yep, that's enough for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Game's over. Good night.
Yep.
I'm out. I don't need to see fucking whatever stupid shit Travis Kelce's going to do up on stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he going to, meathead through his way through a Beastie Boys classic? No, I
Right,
don't need to
right.
see it. Fuck
Yeah.
it. And
I'll say
but I had that feeling before the game started. So it's not just like, oh, the Niners lost. Now I'm pissed. Like,
Yeah.
no, I just didn't. I don't know. There was something about it.
Yeah.
Something about
No,
it
I'll say
that
I didn't. I literally didn't turn
Maybe it was the
on
Lions, too.
until 6:30. I think, or 6:25 or something. Like I did not sit. I didn't listen to it on the radio when I was driving
Yeah.
around that day.
There were a couple things that happened because I just had it on in the background, like in the other room, and I was doing stuff and I was playing with CC, and then I took a nap. So I did have stuff on in the background.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a shit less about the feel good stories about this player overcoming whatever bullshit
Yeah,
child
yeah.
they had. Like, it's been done so many millions of times at this point.
Right.
I just don't care.
You know what's
I don't
funny? I
care.
will say this though. I sat there through halftime, and whatever people thought about it being boring, I get it. But like I remember sitting through halftime and thinking like any sports games, not every, but my general assumption is like a lot of games have these great endings that people remember. Oh, I mean, this was an overtime game in the end.
Yeah.
A lot of games that have really good endings don't like the most of the game isn't that great all the time.
No,
you know
not
what I mean?
always.
Like the games that are like super good endings, a lot of times have really bad parts of the game to me, or it's not a great game in general. But for some reason, it has like a really good ending.
Yeah.
And I remember saying that as they went to halftime. I'm like, I know it's only 10-3, but usually games like this are the ones that end up really good in the end.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, by the way.
I was just fine with it, and I will admit maybe that's because my team was involved.
Yeah.
And so, like, every point matters in a Super Bowl, and every drive matters. You're just invested in it differently, and I can fully admit that could be. If I was watching, the Chiefs and the Eagles or something, like, maybe I would have been like, this is the most boring shit ever.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I what's funny? Like I said, I didn't really care that much, and I still went to halftime thinking, these are usually when games are good.
Yeah.
Usually this is what leads to a good finish in a game like this.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
and on my end too, I will say, dude, I think the Lions could have won that, by the way. I feel like if the Lions had been in there, I feel like they could have won that game. I don't know. But
A lot of people have said that.
But I got super worn out. Like, on some level, I'm still bummed they lost.
Yeah.
But on some level, I will say, I was like I don't know how people do it when your team's good all the time. Because to me, I felt like the whole year was fight or flight. Every week, every game was so big. The playoff game was so big. And it was like a relief for me. The week after, even though I was sad, I was almost happy that I didn't have to sit there. No, I was a little bit, dude. It was so much to me.
Yeah.
It was so much, like, I don't know. For me, I just get so worked up.
Yeah.
That I was almost okay with, like, being out of it.
I think you're wrong there. I think you would have been thrilled.
Oh, no.
And it would have been, I admit, it would have been interesting to see what the Lions could have done against that Chiefs team. Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe
Hungry
next year.
Next year.
I do feel confident
You could
about
say
next
that,
year.
though.
No one will ever know.
We'll never know. No, because it'll be a different team.
I'm very excited, though, going into next year. So it's not like I'm not into sports. I'm really excited about the Lions next year.
Good.
So we'll
Welcome
see.
back.
Yeah.
We missed you for a few years when you quit.
Get back on that
When you
bandwagon.
quit on the team.
It's okay.
And it'll be more interesting
didn't
to
miss
see
any
if Garrett
paychecks.
follows along.
I
If
will
he
for the
can get
show.
into it.
Did he watch? How much did you watch?
None.
Oh, like literally
didn't even
none, or
watch
no?
No, he's gay. He doesn't like
Okay.
sports.
Yeah,
Duh.
of course.
Jesus
All
I
right.
Christ.
see tight men in pants. I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. And then I just go watch stuff on the internet.
That's funny. So
That
how
is
did
funny. But his dad made him get into it this
Yeah,
time.
A little bit. Yeah. I've been watching some games for the
but
Lions.
you didn't watch any of it yesterday or Sunday?
No, none of the Super Bowl.
Okay, I was just curious.
I just kind of checked up the highlights afterwards. Some
To
commercials.
me, that's so fucking weird. But then if you were like, oh, yeah, the football cup, whatever was
Yeah.
going on, it's like, okay.
Well, I mean,
it
wasn't
could be
it-
going on anywhere on planet Earth. I have no interest
It got
in watching
incredible ratings, though, right?
What?
Like the Super Bowl. Like,
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I thought I saw a article that said it was the highest
Maybe.
ever. Something like
Seems
that.
like they say that every
Well,
year.
Joe Biden was the most voted for president ever, too.
Yeah, that's true.
And the other funny thing is, why wouldn't it benefit them to lie to us? That's the funny thing. The more you think about ratings, even and stuff, like what do
Yeah.
you when I listen to the Always Sunny podcast and they talk about that, they talk about how FX would really, regularly be like downgrading them, letting them know, we don't even know how many people are watching.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the internet really came out that they're like, dude, we know people are fucking watching this show, dude.
Yeah.
You've been lying to us to not
Let us do
fucking-
what we want to do, all right?
Yeah.
We're running your network
Well, not to
now.
pay them. They don't want to pay
There's
them.
a reason Netflix never tells any artist what their numbers are.
So in a
It's
weird way, we
leverage thing.
always sit here and hear the ratings, and like when you really start to think about it,
Yeah.
who's benefiting from them lying? All of them.
Yeah,
the
of
advertisements
course.
in the Super Bowl.
Of course.
Why would they lie to us?
Why would they ever?
Why
For
wouldn't
the
they
same
lie to us?
reason everybody else lies
Why
to us for
wouldn't
money.
they lie
Why would
to
they
us?
script
Yeah.
Kansas City winning?
Right.
Do you believe in an NFL script for real?
No.
I don't either.
No.
No, not at all.
I think we talked about it
It'd be
yesterday.
impossible to pull that off.
I want to know
mean,
when it started then too, by the way, because Super Bowls isn't, when I was a kid, there was years that was always the joke that the Super Bowl sucked.
Yeah.
So why were
Yeah,
they
yeah.
scripting it? Why wouldn't they be always scripting it to be better?
I think it had a lot to do with Taylor Swift being involved with it because she's got such a big platform and everyone thinks she's going to
It's
come out
been
against
building.
Trump, and I guess she did.
No,
or
but it's
whatever,
been the last few years even. There's been that.
there's been a
thing
lot
that,
more
like,
discussion about it the last
I
couple
think
of
this
years.
year they just had something to focus in on.
Well, there's that, but the internet loves, as humans, we love conspiracy
Oh, yeah.
theories. The problem is the amount of people that would need to be involved,
Especially
and
that
shut
one,
their
dude.
mouths. You're talking about training staff and coaching staffs and thousands of players, and historically, how many thousands of players? I don't even know.
By the way,
that
players
would need
that-
to keep that secret. Like you'd need to, like, if there was any hint of that. Like the amount of people that would have to be involved would be.
I mean, I'm sure there's been
overwhelming.
games that have, refs, you
Well,
watch that basketball thing
there
and
could-
scandal.
Of course, there could be one rogue ref that's like, I need this over to hit. I am not calling that. I'm gonna call pass interference and give these people 50 free yards when I normally wouldn't. I mean, I suppose anything like that's possible.
Humans are humans.
But an idea that the NFL has a script, I don't even know how you'd pull that off.
Isn't it Al Roker? Is it Al Roker? Not Al Roker. The big football dude, ABC guy.
Al Michaels?
Al Michaels. Isn't he famously like a gambler? And like if you hear his commentary, you can tell kind of who he has money on.
Maybe.
I swear I've heard stories
Wouldn't
about
surprise
that.
me.
Like there's like it's out there that's like, oh, it looks like Al's got money on this team because
the fact that he swears he's never eaten a fruit or vegetable, I think is dynamite. I just love that about him. It's hilarious. He's never had a vegetable. I think
I'm calling BS.
I think it's bullshit.
He says he's never had a vegetable in his entire life, and I'm like, wow.
I think it's bullshit. I'm not saying that's bullshit that he doesn't eat them. Like maybe he's had only a handful. I think it's bullshit that he's never had.
But if you got to adulthood and you didn't, there's no way you would.
Yeah, but you could eat a pot pie or something.
Yeah.
He's never had a pot pie with some peas in it.
No. I know.
Spinach, mushrooms.
Knowingly, like, I'll have a side of beans. Like, I don't get green beans. I don't get. But if he's like, no, keep the fucking broccoli.
Okay, so I've never,
I don't want the carrots for that. Like, he could easily do that. But, yeah, has he probably had a pot pie with some carrot slices and fucking green beans in it? Yeah, green peas.
Okay, so if it's I've not knowingly, like, I'm not chosen to eat, I can believe that.
Yeah.
If it's I've never had a fruit and vegetable?
I thought he said fruit or vegetable, but that sounds just too absurd.
Dude, like he's
vegetables, I get it, dude. I have to force vegetables down, honestly. I can do carrots and dip, and there's certain carrots, broccoli. But, dude, if I'm making food for myself, I'm not making broccoli and carrots as a side. It's
so much variety
happening.
in fruits and vegetables, too. It's like, how do you avoid all of them altogether? Like, you got to have one.
Well, if you're just like,
never had a grape or something.
I'm having mashed potatoes and I'm having steak. He eats filet every night. He's rich as shit. He can afford to do it.
Right.
And so he's like, yeah, I go to the finest chop houses in America and I have their fucking au gratin potatoes and I have their steak and, who knows what else he has with it, but that's his thing. And it's like, yeah, keep your fucking veggie thing. I don't want it. You can look it up. Al Michaels.
No, I was trying to see what if it said fruit and I guess he just said vegetables. I don't eat any vegetables. None. So I guess it's just vegetables.
Yeah.
So I guess fruit is okay.
I thought he's extended on that too and said like, I've never.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very simple, like I have to read the thing, but he said he does. That is the claim though. He's never had a vegetable.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe that, but again, I could believe if he has showed like I have not ordered vegetables. I've never bought a vegetable.
Well, I couldn't say I've never had fish in any sense. Like
there's fish in things maybe that you.
Well, no, I've had like fish sticks as a little kid. Rarely, but I think we did. I think my mom every once in a while would have fish sticks. So I've had them.
Yeah.
I've had tuna fish sandwiches, which we had growing up from time to time.
Yeah.
But fish, never in my life have I eaten fish. I've never ordered it. It disgusts me when other people order it. I've just never had it. I never will.
Literally, this is his quote. He goes, I don't eat vegetables. None. I never have eaten vegetables. As I grow older, I would not even look at them. If I died right now, I might be the only human who lived the longest without ever eating a vegetable.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
That's bullshit, because now he's claiming that he never ate a vegetable in anything else, and I'm out.
He says,
yeah,
what he kind of says,
I'm telling you, this guy's been on this for a long time, and he's in his 80s now.
I believe him that he has had very minimal, whatever the most minimal.
Yeah.
But what he said is his parents.
Take it up with Al. I mean, yes. Did his parents give him squashed fucking?
Well, what he says is his parents had him when he was 18, so they kind of were just like have him have rough shot.
Had him what?
He says my parents had me at 18.
They were only 18 years old.
Yeah,
okay.
so they kind of just had rough shots.
Yeah, so whatever garbage they were eating.
Yeah, they didn't fucking care. So they just let him eat whatever he wanted.
I love it. I love people that go against the grain. Like I don't want to see him doing commercials for the National Vegetable Association.
No, I get that.
And going like, kids, eat your veggies. He's like, yeah, fuck that. They look gross. They look like they taste gross, and I don't want anything to do with them.
I think he's full of shit.
I've always said I think that
I have no reason to doubt Al Michaels.
I
for the
think
record,
the only
as far as I know, he's never lied to me.
Yeah, as
far as I know,
it's true.
If Joe Biden, on the other hand, said, "I've never had vegetables," I'd be like, "You lying sack of shit."
He'd be eating like broccoli, right?
Yeah.
Eating broccoli. You know when I don't remember we talked about this on the show one time when you mentioned like George W. Senior. came through Wixom, Michigan, and it's been mentioned on the show at one point because a listener used to talk to me about it. But like, he came through Michigan way back in the 90s.
Wait, is this when you went and held a sign up?
Yeah. It said, I don't like broccoli either.
Does he not? He famously doesn't
famously
eat
claimed
broccoli.
he didn't like broccoli, and I held
Yeah.
up a sign that said, I don't like broccoli.
Broccoli with cheese on it's fucking dope, dude.
Oh yeah,
I eat broccoli. I'll eat broccoli straight off the cob, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like vegetables.
I was
and
gonna
shit.
say Marina last night baked up some fucking perfect Brussels sprouts, and it was that meat.
That disgusts me. Brussels
No,
sprouts.
I'm in.
Don't
They're
even
so
try
good,
it.
dude.
They're so good.
They look so fucking gross and they stink to high hell.
You would
they
literally-
fucking
A little bit of salt,
stink.
a little bit of olive
Oh
oil.
no, I know.
butter,
I know you
salt.
got to slather a bunch of bullshit. on
I
it to
don't.
make
I can eat them
edible.
plain, but
Gross.
I will say this. I made the
I'm with Al Michaels on Brussels sprouts.
That's right. The chat's
Fuck
with them too
that.
because they're making fun of you for not eating vegetables.
Yeah, well, it shows.
I will say I didn't think about it, but I
What's
made
the chat saying? What are they saying?
Yeah.
Old school surprise, surprise. Mike doesn't eat vegetables. Francis J. Fox. Why is that? Actually, we're all getting roasted in the chat pretty much. There's a lot of comments today.
Really?
I want to remind these guys that you can also super chat, and I'll
Yeah.
start interrupting a little bit more.
Yeah. What else are they saying? You can call people out. I love
Oh,
it. if
Marcus,
people-
I answer the phone like this back to when we were saying things that grind our gears, little gripes we have.
Yeah.
He said, I answer the phone with ahoy hoy, like Mr. Burns, just to make people not want to call him again. I get
bad.
that. And
Yep.
then, a lot of
Ahoy,
Eases.
hoy.
You know, Eases is here. Now my ears are bleeding. That's
Yep.
from John again.
Okay.
What else we got? I'm actually getting ripped on a little bit. It said, hey, when did the Smash Mouth dude get his own podcast? Y'all need to turn down the white balance on Garrett's cam.
Didn't he die?
I think so.
I think he
yeah,
died.
from alcohol, liver fucking failure
Yep.
or some shit.
Did he? Is
Yeah,
that
he was a
what it
mess kind of in the end.
Yeah, that happens.
Yep.
It does.
But yeah, Garrett mentioned the super chats are going, which I guess people can. It's a great way to donate to the show.
Yep.
And
If you want to donate live on the show and make me read something stupid, I'll do it.
yeah, he'll have to. If
Yep.
The
you-
only problem with him is
the
he's gay, and a lot of things. I feel like a lot of comments in the past.
That's
have
gonna
been
roll
things
right
like
off
I
me.
suck penis.
He
and
doesn't
shit.
care.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? Like, I
Yeah,
suck
yeah.
dick?
But I'm saying,
Okay.
Hi,
like,
my
that-
name's Eric Fady
like
and
that-
I love cock.
That's not going to be embarrassing
Yeah.
for him to say that.
Yeah,
I'll read
but
it like
they,
Eric
they
then.
could say, "Hi, my name is Garrett, and I eat pussy."
Right,
Like
yeah, that's
really
true.
bum him
That's
All
out.
right,
true.
that one might hit me.
That would hit him hard.
Me and Garrett share that in common.
Yeah, you both hate pussy.
Yeah, we don't eat pussy.
Well, yesterday.
Gay and albino. Thanks, Stir Crazy.
What's that?
Gay and albino. Thanks, Stir
Yeah,
Crazy.
you know what? You've got these lights hitting you. You don't look any different than Isis.
I
Honestly,
wouldn't
you don't look that pale.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah, I think you're being white balanced out maybe a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But it happens.
Anyway,
So yesterday, Garrett broke out the drop machine, the iPad, and we started playing a couple of them. And then we said, hey, we should go through these so you know where they are, the drops,
Yep.
and what's on there. Now, you've been listening to the show for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
I believe. So you're probably familiar with these, but I figure it's good with Easis here today and with you here today. And people bitch about us not playing the drops.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's harder than you think. Jay was actually pretty good at it while E's running things over here and I'm hosting things over here. Jay would take the time to find those drops and play them. And that's what you guys all liked. And I get it. You know, they're,
One of the first comments we got, actually, if I can.
yeah.
Meeting, I said a meal.
That's from Francis J. Fox.
Meeting, I said a meal. Who was that? That was the guy. Did I challenge him to a fist fight?
Who are you, lads?
Ronnie Pickering!
Who?
Ronnie Pickering!
Who?
Ronnie Pickering!
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, me!
Yeah, me.
where's Ronnie Pickering?
That was we were trying to find
Yep.
Ronnie Pickering. That was a different Ronnie
Yes.
Pickering.
You found a different one who was having a meal.
And I believe I challenged him to something. How did I
We're
win?
going to a flight.
I was going to get a flight that
and
afternoon.
fly
Yep.
over and whoop his ass.
Yeah, I challenged him to fisticuffs or something. I can't remember how I said it.
The idea, I
What's
remember.
it got to do with me?
What's it got to do with me?
I always remember that's the stuff that's the most funny to me because you have this dude on the phone.
Yeah.
And you're like gonna hop a flight.
Dude, I felt bad after that one because that guy.
like a heart problem.
Yeah,
got
he was.
mad.
We were giving him a heart condition.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he was getting worked up.
Why are you?
bare knuckle.
Yeah.
That's what you.
Yeah, I challenged
bare
him to a
knuckle.
bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle.
Yeah.
You're gonna fly over there.
I was going to fly that afternoon and challenge him to a bare knuckle.
I'll be there in 15 hours. Get ready.
Yeah, get ready, pal. I'm coming. You 81-year-old man. And I felt,
It's still coming. Sleep with one eye open, Ronnie.
yeah, sleep with one eye open is right. All he had to do was talk to us, engage with us for a couple
He was
minutes.
so mad.
He was so mad and so worked up, and that's when he said, he's having a meal, and then I called him back, And I thought he said meeting.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought you were to me. Are you done with your meeting yet? So we can take this meeting. I said a meal.
Meeting? I said a meal.
What's so funny is it's just some dude.
It's just some
He
random
doesn't know
dude.
he's on the show.
Hell no.
He's probably
Hell no.
dead by now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Rest in peace, of course.
Yeah. He
Or
could
Papas.
be.
Let him live on through the drop machine.
Yeah. He lives in eternity here.
He'll never be dead.
So where do you want to start? What are you on? Like page 1?
I'm on page 1 right now. You just got your regular Amazon stuff, a little bit of a...
It's the Beagle.
Dave the Beagle. Yes.
I got a lot of Don Sterling. You might go
Oh,
with
I
those.
fucking love
Is he
Don
still
Sterling.
alive?
He's got AIDS.
I didn't give him those AIDS. And when he had those AIDS,
My God.
Man, these are all out of order.
yeah.
I think he should be ashamed of himself. I think he should go into the background.
Think about the situation that was going
He
on
was talking
there.
about Magic Johnson.
The owner of an NBA franchise is doing an interview.
Yeah.
And he's caught because he had these problems.
And when he had those AIDS,
But this is all under the context too that his girlfriend, affair girlfriend, has come out suggests that he
Yep.
that he was racist.
you mean this one?
Yes.
This
V
girlfriend?
Von
God.
or V.
Yeah, V. Stiviano.
V Stiviano.
If you're watching us on YouTube right now, you could super chat us. But yeah, someone got me these because this skylight was blinding me.
But that
So
looks
they sent
very
me the-
similar
They
to
sent
the-
me the V. Stiviano shades. I can't remember who was that. Ed, maybe?
And like, so you were reading through that article, and then like when you were doing the whole voices of the fucking his butler or whatever,
yeah. Lawrence, juice, please. Post haste.
I'm the guilty one for uttering those terrible, ugly words
That I don't mean.
that I don't mean.
That I don't mean. Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I'm
you
the
did. Don.
guilty because I'm the guilty one for uttering these. And I get it. We all say shit.
That
but
was
it's-
kind of shitty of her to.
I like to help minorities.
Do you?
Yeah, you do. That was kind of shitty.
Oh,
Here you got a
big
guy,
time.
a white guy, billionaire in his 80s. He never dropped the N-bomb, by the way.
No, you didn't.
No.
He, like that's a miracle. I mean, name another 80-some-year-old.
Actually, all he was doing was telling her to maybe not take photos with other guys on her Instagram.
Yeah,
That's
she didn't
real-
want him taking
So,
pictures with
she's
Magic Johnson.
dating a billionaire. He's an affair. He's paying for all this shit.
Yeah, bought her a car.
And it's like-
I think she had to give all that shit back too. The condo,
That's
the fucking
hilarious.
Ferrari or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think
That's what you get.
the
She should've-
ex-wife was like, "Fuck you, bitch."
She should have kept fucking going along. Just fucking go along
Go
with
on
it.
with it. No,
Do
you got to
one thing.
record him and try to destroy him.
One
nice
thing.
job, idiot.
Just don't post fucking pictures with black people on your Instagram.
You
That's
can
all-
fuck them. You can dance with them. I don't
That's what he
care.
said.
Yeah, he did. He was very progressive. He didn't care.
What has he done? Can you tell me? Big Magic Johnson. What has he done?
Do you remember what I was tweeting
He's got
at him?
AIDS. Did he do any business? Did he help
a whole
anybody
tirade.
in South LA?
But
No,
go-
keep it going. Keep it going. Those are great.
Find the one where he talks about
I didn't give him those AIDS.
well, no, what does he do for going around sleeping with women in every town?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that one on this page. Let me go to a couple other pages. Like I said, this whole thing needs to get rearranged.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? It's rearranged for how Jay. It's just for him,
Yeah.
which is fine. 'cause
Yeah, I
like,
can
that's
see
how he,
some, like the more common ones were towards the front. I could see that.
Yeah.
But he's got a whole thing labeled music, and then tell me if this is music.
Oh, go blacks. He probably started at first. Maybe that's what it was gonna
Yeah,
be.
they were color coded, but it quickly got up because E and I loaded those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking around real
Oh,
quick.
sorry.
You're good.
What
No,
else you got in there?
Nothing with that one. Sorry. I'm trying to get back to the same page I was in. Man, there we go. All right, I got some Charlie Sheens.
Okay.
Jesus.
What? I don't
That's an
remember
old
which
one.
Charlie Sheen's.
Wow, winning.
Oh
That's from
yeah.
a while ago.
Winning Tiger Blood.
I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. It's called Charlie Sheen.
There you go.
What a
Well, the
time.
dirt face, of course, was real scary.
Oh, play that again. Is that the dirt face?
Yep.
Well, the dirt face, of course, was real scary.
I still think that's a great band name.
Dirt face.
Dirtface.
Yeah, dude, that one is so. I'm most proud of that one because dirt face is not a
thing?
word that exists at
No.
all. I mean, you're talking about not to relive all this stuff, but you're talking about a woman, an 80-year-old woman whose grandson was stealing her car and shit.
Yep.
And grabbed a handful of dirt and threw it in her face to blind her so they could fucking tie her up and throw her in the back of her
Well, and then
neon.
you just come up with a dirt
My
face?
Dodge Neon.
Oh, I got it.
Well, what's it got to do with me?
2001 Neon.
2001 Neon.
Also, we got a super chat here from Stir Crazy, and I have to read it in a certain way. Sorry about this. It's a WATP reference.
Okay.
But it's first super chat. Play Jerry. Hi, Mike.
Play Jerry. Hi, Mike. Okay.
Let me find it.
Jerry, yeah.
Oh,
Jerry
yeah.
from the Jacks.
There's a lot of Jerry ones in here.
I can call him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do that this weekend. I really seriously. It's been a while.
Hi, Eric. He'd love to hear from you.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
It's been too
I'm
long.
not seeing the hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
That's interesting. They should have all.
I'm seeing all the Jerrys here,
Huh.
but
I remember there were certain drops on the Drew and Mike show, like when Richard Simmons said, Mark.
yep.
Like that one, it was like, fuck, man. Mark got Richard Simmons saying his name. And it was like him calling back and leaving a message after the fact. Well, I had, hello, Mr. Walters, from Jerry. It was my
that's perfect.
proudest thing. And he left that on my machine because I
Yeah.
finally reached out and got a hold of him or his, either the Jacks or something. And I was like, yeah, it's Mike. Sure. I was like, yeah, it's Mike Walters. Call me back. And he's like, hello, Mr. Walters. So we play that drop a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Funny, man.
What else
I'm
you
not
got?
seeing that one, but I do have
No. We don't want to shame anybody. We don't want to put anybody on the spot. If it looks funny, we go over and say, mm-mm.
If it looks funny, we go over
Was that
it.
talking about shaming you, or was that just about in general people like getting it on?
I think you were talking
No,
to
it was
him.
about kicking people.
Yeah, it's like what happens if you have a guy getting a little too rambunctious in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, because what do they say? No cocksucking, no butthole play.
Right.
And
Yep.
It was like,
No
well, what
cocksucking,
happens
no
if you
butt-fucking.
if you walk into some serious cocksucking and butthole play? Then what are you doing? It's like, well, we don't want to. Well, you can play his drop.
Oh, yeah, it's the don't want to shame anybody.
Yeah.
No. We don't want to shame anybody. We don't want to put anybody on the spot. If it looks funny, we go over and say, mm-mm.
I can't believe I sat in that fucking room still. Like, if
I
I
know.
really look back on it
It's always
now.
the same and always different. There's always a bunch of naked guys having a wonderful time together.
How was your experience?
It was so great. I still
Are you
look back
jealous
on
that Isis got to go and watch 70 dudes?
I don't
jack
think
off
they're
in a room?
dudes I want to see jerk off.
Would you have found that, like, would you have been would you have been more okay? Like, if they were like, hey, let's do this tomorrow.
I wouldn't have been weirded out.
Yeah, that's
but
what I would ask.
You know, it would have been one of those things where if I was in that room or whatever, it wouldn't have freaked me out completely, but I would not be comfortable in there, and I don't want to take my
just
pants
because
off.
you're
See,
gay
I
doesn't mean you're into
think-
orgies
Yeah,
necessarily
exactly.
or whatever.
Right,
I mean,
right. I think it was more fun sending E there because of how uncomfortable he would have been. Like
Exactly.
that's if it would have been like, oh my god, I've hit the lottery. I get to
I
go
would
to
have been
a
in there
jack
just
off
like,
club.
cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
like
Oh,
that
well.
doesn't seem as fun to me. Now, if it was a room with 60 chicks flogging their holes, maybe that'd be like, oh, that'll make Garrett
Yeah, it might be a little
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
That'll
Yeah,
make
yeah.
him uncomfortable. Let's stick him in a room full of titties and see how he reacts.
I don't know if there are any guys who want to get together and jack off one.
I remember, it's not to whatever, but I remember literally when I walked there from the hotel.
Yeah.
And I remember not really up to the last minute going, you got to do this. You're
Yeah.
out here. Like, if I felt like I could have had an excuse not to, I might have.
You would have
'Cause
been dead.
No,
if we would have sent your ass out there.
No,
you
I
came
know.
back and
That's my
didn't
point,
go.
though. But I'm saying, though, like, if somehow something could have happened where I walked up and it turns out they just didn't have a meeting that night,
Yeah.
I would not have been upset about that. Like, I
Well,
would have been like,
The weird thing about that whole time is we sent you out there blind, and it was like, oh, just pay $7 cover
Yeah.
and go in.
Yeah.
Where I hadn't talked to Jerry in
no, it wasn't
20
set
years.
up or something.
And knowing Jerry like we do now and knowing how awesome of a guy he is, I wish to God we would have just had the conversation with him and said, look,
Yes.
we're sending a guy out there. Jerry, here's the list of rules. He's
Ham it up
got to
for
be
him.
nude.
Right.
Take him around. Make him fucking mop up afterwards.
Oh, I would have done all that
And you
shit.
would have done all of it. If it would have been like Jerry's expecting you. But it took Jerry by surprise.
Yeah.
And he thought you were a little weird. How did he say? What did he say? You
Little
were
it's in there.
awkward. Is
It's
it
a
in
little
there?
odd. I'm
Is
looking
it?
for
Okay.
it right now.
No, you're right though. Like, because I would have like helped set up. I guess I would have just
Yeah.
gone there an hour early and been
Yeah,
like,
introduce
whatever.
you to the team.
Yeah.
Like it could have been hilarious. And go out for drinks afterwards or
Yeah,
dinner with
which
them.
I would have,
Well, I would have
obviously.
fucking paid for that dinner if you wanted to go out with them.
I would say, I would say for the show it is better, and it has both benefits. Both of those have benefits though. Because the
But
benefit
we-
of me being so nervous and scared to do
And
it.
the only reason we didn't call in advance
You were-
and
they would
set
think you're
that
making
up
fun of it.
is that the worry was, okay, this is going to be a bunch of fucking straight white guys making fun of what we do.
Yeah.
Ban them all. Don't let anybody in here. And then we wouldn't have gotten an inside view of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that was the fear. Knowing Jerry now, that's not what would have happened.
No, for
He would have
sure.
welcomed us with open arms. He would have invited Jay and I.
Well, he
was-
did say this about you.
There we go.
He needs to be better trained.
I would say this like,
yes, he did say that.
and then, I know we
How
talked
does that
about it,
make
but
you
it's-
feel that Jerry said that about you?
I think he's come back on that since then.
Yeah.
I think he's come back. Well, you know what? Again, not to go through all this, and we can I'll let you try to maybe steer us around a little better. But like when I was walking in, I was so nervous, and I really didn't know what to expect. And here's the thing: when you talk about like, I didn't want them to think. I don't know what I wanted to do, so I didn't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
And so I just walked in and I said, "Hey, is Jerry here?" Because he had I think Tom or something, his other buddy that was at the door. And I said, "Was one of you guys Jerry?" And I recognized the voice when he said, "Oh, I am." "Oh, hi," or "I am," or whatever he said.
Hello.
And I just said, "Look, I don't know how to say this, but I flew from Detroit for a radio show to be here, and I wanted to see this because I didn't know what to do."
What did he say when you said that?
I don't remember. I wish I could.
I think Detroit would be an extremely fascinating place.
I don't remember. I wish I could, but like I didn't because I didn't.
Should we call him and ask him?
Yeah, we
He
should,
remembers?
dude. Yeah,
you want to call and say hi?
Yeah,
to
they're
him?
3 hours behind. He's probably mid-afternoon.
Yeah, he never answers his phone anyway. So
Woof.
Woof.
Meow.
if he answers, we'll
Hello.
we'll say hello.
But I was just so nervous, and I also had this weirdness where if I just went in and acted like a normal person, I didn't because I had to talk to him. That was the whole deal too. We had to actually talk to him, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like that's the best way to go about it. I just said I flew from Detroit and on a radio show to talk about. And then I remember him saying,
Let's see if he remembers.
Yeah.
Well, we're calling. Old School says Sendy's is back, and Cliff Cook said my kid just came downstairs asking me why I was laughing so hard. Jerry's a treasure.
He is a national.
My
treasure.
favorite fucking person, almost.
Yeah.
Woof, you have reached 415.
That's a good sign, at least.
Yeah, it's a good sign that it went to
30.
But I think
Please, woof, moo,
Please,
coo,
please.
meow, croak,
been,
chirp,
I think,
or
a year.
make any
Do
other
we all make
sound.
animal noises?
woof woof, Jerry.
Meow.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Hey, it's Mike Walters, Detroit cast in Detroit.
Usually picks up right away.
Yeah, I know. He usually picks up. If you're home, pick up the phone, Jerry. We're just calling. I've got your boy Eric here. I've got a new guy working with me, Garrett, who
How's it
I'm
going?
dying for you to meet. He's one of you. Yeah, I think
One of
he'll
him?
be. Yeah, not men's
your
jack off club, but
I'm gay.
He's gay. Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
Hell
Jerry.
yes. Hell yes.
laissez les bon temps rouler.
yeah,
going, Jerry?
whatever you said. How are you, pal?
It's Mardi Gras.
Oh, wait. What do you mean?
Let the good times roll.
Fat
This is
Tuesday.
Mardi Gras.
Oh, is today Mardi Gras for real?
Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you having a punchki?
No, I am struggling with my sick friends
Oh, why do you always have sick friends, Jerry?
because I don't live in Detroit. If I lived in Detroit, I'd have healthy friends like you.
Well, I noticed I was leaving a rather lengthy message, and I mentioned one of the new guys on the show is named
Yeah.
Garrett, and he's gay. And as soon as those words came out of my mouth, it's like you dove for the phone. Did you hear that, or was that just coincidence?
Jerry, you coming out with me?
I had to move a lot of stuff out of the way to get to the landline.
All the naked fucking dolls.
All the
you
naked
have.
dolls, yeah.
You know, Eric has seen, Big E has been here. He knows how cramped it can be.
Can I just say real quick, Jerry? I'm glad you picked up because I felt bad. I haven't called you in a while. I know I saw you about a year ago when I was out there, but I always get worried about you. I always get worried that something's happened. So I'm glad you're up
Well,
alive.
I thought about you guys just a couple of days ago. I said, I really ought to get in touch with them.
Well, there you go.
Well,
we
yeah,
are.
yeah. We were going through our drop machine, and we were playing sound effects. You wouldn't be able to hear them, or I'd play them for you, but you... Given the definition of docking, do you remember the definition of docking offhand?
Of course I do. It's
What-
when, one man inserts the glands of his penis in the foreskin of his friend.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. Yeah, you remembered. So how I had no doubt, Jerry. Actually, your original quote was, "Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's."
Not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad.
right? Yeah. And believe me, everybody that's ever listened to this show has memorized that and knows it.
They probably know better than I do now.
Yeah,
we
no,
gotta unlock.
yeah, it's fantastic. But anyways, with Garrett here, we were running through our drop machine, which is all the
Right.
sounds we've pulled over the years.
I know what your drop machine is.
Exactly. And so I've got the Jerry page up, and it was like, fuck it, we should just call Jerry and see how he's
Yeah.
doing. Yeah. So how are things going? Are you really celebrating Mardi Gras?
Well, I am. It's a good day to wear beads, and I do a lot of beading.
Yes, I know.
the man.
And let's see, I've got one guy in the hospital who's been there now into his 18th month.
What? Oh, my.
One guy in the hospital I put in June because he was suicidal and crazy, and they let him out There were negotiations went on since the middle of November. Finally, in mid-December, they transferred him out of the hospital. He was home 3 days, went berserk, ended up in the hospital again.
Wow.
We released him again last Friday, took him to his building, and the elevator is out of order. He lives on the 4th floor. We had big storms here and all around town. The elevators are not working. So he's camping out in my office. It means I have to get him up off the floor in the morning, put him to bed, make sure he takes his meds, feed him, and all that blah, blah.
So what is the guy, we'll get to this dude in a second, but the guy that's been in the hospital for 18 months, what is he ill with?
He kept falling down. He's got diabetes. He's got mental problems. He's totally deluded. He did have a baby boy, he says, a few months ago, and had to rent an apartment for the baby and 3 round-the-clock pediatric nurses.
Is that true or is that crazy talk?
That's delusional.
That sounds delusional.
Yeah, it does. How old is this gentleman?
He's maybe late 60s.
Okay. And the guy that they keep letting out, that you keep putting in, that you say is in crazy land, what's his story?
Oh, he was office manager for my partner Alan, and he's a composer and a musician and a calligrapher and an artist. He's really, really smart and talented, but he went the second time he fell off the bicycle, evidently, the brain damage was such that he now has what they call vascular dementia.
Oh, okay.
It affects the mood, it affects the ideation, it affects muscular coordination, and stuff like that.
That's
so
crazy.
They're supposed to be moving him into a full care facility yesterday, maybe today, who knows when. But we got him off the floor. We got a nice air mattress for him.
Okay.
And he has learned to stand up and sit down.
Oh, good for him. Give him our congrats. That's great news. Garrett, I think Garrett has a question for you, Jerry. If you
all right. On a little bit of a lighter topic, our chat's just giving us little questions to ask you. One person said you're wearing beads. Are they internal or external beads?
Fair question.
What was it that's internal or external?
The beads you're wearing.
The beads you're wearing. One of the listeners has.
These are external. They're kind of like what we made for your folks a while back when I came to winter in the backyard.
Yeah.
But these are, more elaborate and how would I say, but still colorful and appropriate for today.
But they're outside the body beads only?
Yes.
Outside the body, yeah.
Okay,
because
good.
They've got edges that would be too rough or uncomfortable.
Yeah, you can handle it.
Hard to clean.
Yeah, you
Not
can
for a
handle
pro.
it. Not for a pro like you, Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be fine.
Well,
Oh my God, I miss you, Jerry.
Yeah, we all miss you, Jerry.
we have better items for that kind of
I was going
purpose.
to say, all our fans miss you.
Yeah, are there a lot of people saying
They're all
stuff?
going off.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people commenting on our YouTube right now, Jerry, about you.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they love you. We've got it. I know last time I talked to you, we talked about bringing you back to town. So we're gonna have
I know
to
we
do that.
both joke about my traveling and coming to Detroit again.
Yeah.
I have not canceled that. I really want to do that.
Yeah. We were talking about this. Were we talking about next fall, or what are we?
We don't know anymore. We don't
Okay.
know anymore because I've got people whose lives depend on
Well, are you
me.
still are you still watching like that house or apartment? Is that part of the whole deal right now, or is that
That is part of the whole deal
It's
now.
like house sitting or whatever?
Yeah. We looked
Well-
it up. That was a fantastic area.
Oh, it's beautiful and it's quite lovely. And when the inhabitant leaves to take care of his mom, I go and take care of the property.
Ah, okay.
So next week I'll be back there again, and it's good because I have a coffee machine and a TV. I can watch Rachel Maddow.
Oh God, I'm sorry, Jerry. You got to turn off Rachel Maddow. That's
No,
just,
no, she's my friend. I like her a lot.
I'm sure you do, but it's poison. I'm telling you. You can
Well-
trust. You can trust your friend on that one.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, Jerry, I'm going to tell you like it is. And Rachel Maddow's poison. But hey, you can watch whatever you want, but I'm warning you, it's poison.
Well, I will keep that in mind.
Thank
I
you.
don't think he will.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Right, yeah. And when I turn her on, I'll think of you and I'll laugh.
There you go. That's perfect. As long as you think of me every time you see her face, I will have won. I'll be happy. By the way,
I think of you other times too.
well, thank you. I appreciate that,
my.
Jerry. I think of you quite often too. I was actually visiting family over the holidays out there, and I went up to where are the Birds of Telegraph there by what?
Telegraph Hill?
Yeah. Over by
North Beach.
North Beach. I was in North Beach a lot. Yeah, but also Coit Tower.
Coit Tower. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I was up by Coit Tower, and I didn't realize they had all those birds there on Telegraph.
Right.
They
right.
made a
The parrots.
Yeah, the parrots, exactly. I got some beautiful pictures of the parrots hanging out
Oh
there.
right.
Yeah.
I hear them all a lot, but I never have seen them.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're really cool.
The colors blend in with the leaves and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a neat area. I love it up there.
Yeah.
But I should have called you when I was there and maybe got a coffee or something. But I was with family and kids and all that stuff. And,
I forgive you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And my sister really wants to meet you, so next time I'm there, we'll make that
All
happen.
right.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. All right, Jerry. Well, we just wanted to touch base with you. Do you guys have any other questions for Jerry?
I have questions.
What do you got?
I want to know about how my third and fourth favorite guys in town are after you, and Big E.
Yeah.
I've learned to say how that goes.
Yeah.
But I keep forgetting their names. One plays the guitar, and the
Vinny?
other one plays hockey.
Vinny and
Vinny.
Darren.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you like the rock star and the
athlete.
and the super athlete.
Right.
Of course I do. Well, because they like me.
Oh, they loved you. You know what? Darren McCarty will be thrilled to know you asked about him, and Vinny will too.
Well, tell them because, I hope that when I come back to Detroit, I will get to see them again. They were so sweet and so wonderful and so talented, just like you guys.
Yeah.
And so easy to get along with. And my favorite thing about Darren was that I had no idea who he was, but he knew who I was.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Crazy considering he's won.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is crazy. The guy's a 4-time Stanley Cup champion, Jerry. If
Yeah,
you know what that is.
and it's for hockey, not golf.
Yes. That's
I
right.
learned that too.
That's true.
Exactly. Jerry, do you have any other questions for us?
I think that's it. That'll
Okay.
wrap it up for the Mo.
Okay, perfect. Well, we'll be in touch. It's great to talk to you. I'm trying to get through this drop machine today, so
All right.
this is such a nice treat. Thank you for answering the phone. Good luck with your friends that you're helping heal up.
Thank you.
Remember, Jerry, I know I talked to you this the last time, but tell somebody in your circle that I am to be notified in an unfortunate situation, if you know what
Okay.
I mean.
Okay.
I do not want to roll through my life not knowing whether you're still amongst us or not.
Sounds good to me. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
All right.
and they got to let me know too, because I can't trust that Isis would tell me if something goes wrong.
Oh, he might hold it over you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So someone's got to inform me, Jerry, as
Okay,
well. If
fair
anything
enough.
happens, we have
God
this-
willing, obviously.
God willing, yeah, you're going to be here
All
a long,
right,
long
Mike.
time. So
Let the good times roll.
Okay, buddy, have fun on Mardi Gras. Drink one for us, will you?
Having it right now.
All right, external beads only today. External beads only.
Oh, no, I can't promise. I can't threaten.
You said today, not tonight.
Yeah, okay. You're going to love Garrett, by the way.
How's it going, Jerry?
Well, good, because, I feel that way about you other guys, Mike and Big E.
Yeah. Well, Garrett loves the cock, too, and he's tall and skinny. So
I don't mind.
Yeah, I know. It's a match made in
If
heaven.
you guys, if they walked down
All right.
San Francisco together, oh my god!
Oh.
Because Jerry can't help himself.
Yeah.
He's walking by, he's like, ooh.
Yeah.
But anytime there's like,
I
good
Ah,
can
looking-
help myself.
he doesn't
Good
want
second
to.
helping.
Well, maybe you can, but you don't want to.
Second helping, he says.
Yes.
Are you a cat caller, Jerry? Are you cat calling hot guys on the
He
street?
doesn't catcall, but he
I'm
just
not.
every time he sees one, it's just like, ooh, ooh. he is what we do with girls. Like he does the same
of
thing.
course he is.
All right,
Jerry, we love you, buddy.
It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience chatting with you guys.
Excellent. All right, pal. Have a
Right.
safe and fun Mardi Gras, and we'll talk to you soon.
Right, and my love to all of the listeners.
You got it. They
All
feel
right.
it.
Oh, they love you
Trust
back.
me.
They're
Yeah.
sending it right now.
Yeah,
Right.
they're
Especially
sending.
Kara.
What's that?
Especially Kara.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kara. Yeah.
Stay with her.
That's your girl that you stayed with. You can stay with her again when you come to town if you want.
Super.
All right, pal. We'll talk to you
Bye-bye.
soon. Bye.
Awesome.
I'm
So glad he
fucking
picked
love
up.
that guy. Yeah.
Okie dokie, Mike.
Okie dokie, Mike. That was a nice treat. I know it gobbled up some time there, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was worth it.
Yeah, we said the word gay, jumped on the phone.
Yeah. Holy shit. You're like a free
magnet.
pass or something, a magnet. Yeah.
I gave you the bag pass, use it.
I'm not kidding. As soon as we were like, oh, yeah, Garrett's here. He's gay. He was like,
You could hear him
it
like
was like the
rumbling
whole
phone
fucking
up.
room collapsed. And Jerry was all over it.
Oh, he's always been fun.
Yeah. Have you met him yet? Were you at an event?
I've
he was
not
at?
met him, no.
Oh, he's awesome.
I feel like I don't want to go
He's
over
so
the top.
sweet. He's so sweet,
literally
too.
the coolest fucking person I've ever
Yeah,
met. I'm not
he's
even
the
trying
sweetest
to like.
man
I
ever.
swear to God.
Yeah.
I wish there was like if it was a way that he got in a main platform, he could like change people's minds on some of that shit. Like I feel like
Yeah.
just like his opinions and stuff. Like
Yeah.
he's just so cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
But it's funny because the origin of knowing him and why we know him and to explain that to people is so weird. Anytime you
Oh,
try
yeah.
to, like it's really hard.
Oh, you try to explain the San Francisco Jacks to a conservative base.
Right.
But the fact is, our audience loves Jerry.
Exactly.
I can honestly say I've never gotten one email or comment from anybody that's
Never.
like, hey, I love the show. I've been listening forever. You
But
guys
that
are funny.
Jerry-
But yeah, anytime Jerry's on, it's a bit much for me.
Yeah.
No, and we don't hold any punches. Jerry doesn't. Sure
No,
as
the
hell
fans
doesn't
love
hold
him
any-
because he's exactly like the show is. It doesn't matter gay, straight, or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just going to say it how it is, and he's going to laugh with you.
Exactly.
And honestly, if you, I'm sorry.
Fantastic. No,
if you
go ahead.
notice that when I said that, I was joking, but not really. Like when you walk around with him, that's what he would do, dude. He'd see a hot guy and be like, "Woo!" And like if you can get him to fight, he loves puns, dude. Like he fucking will always laugh at a
I
fucking
love a
dick
good
joke.
pun, too.
He'll love a dick joke, a pun. He'll
Yeah.
fucking. It's awesome, dude.
Isn't that crazy when you think back all those years on the Drew and Mike show? It was
Yes.
this like dark, seedy, Jack's weirdo
Yep.
Yes.
men's jack off club.
turns
You've
out-
been in his apartment.
I
dude.
know.
And you've been to a Jack's meeting.
I
And
know.
you've had coffee with him.
Well,
and we've gone to lunch with him. And honestly, the most genuine, sweetest guy you'll ever meet. He's fun.
I
funny.
always remember when I went to the parade the time. Because at the first time,
The gay pride
yeah, the gay
parade?
pride parade. So I
In-
went
in
there
San Francisco.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Which was I loved it. I thought it was great.
What?
Oh, going to a gay pride parade.
No, I enjoyed it. I
He
thought it was
liked
fun.
it. Yeah, he had fun.
I marched in the Straights for Gays thing or whatever. And shit. Anyway, but I remember that time when I left
Dykes
him.
on Bikes? Was that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
One of the groups? Yeah.
I remember that time when I left him. We went down. We went to his apartment. Outside his apartment, we had a beer, a tall boy on his stoop while I was waiting for my Uber to take me home. It was the first time in my life. I'm not a hugger. Everyone knows me knows that.
Yeah.
I fucking hugged that dude. I was like, dude, fucking awesome seeing you. Like, I love that guy. If I was gay, I would fucking bone him. But
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
Big claim
It's
there.
a bold statement.
That's a
Yeah.
big claim.
Yeah.
I mean,
and-
if he would have me, that is. You know,
dude, he genuinely
He'd have
adores
you.
you too. He adores the show and the
yeah,
listeners
and his memory.
and going
he legit
to
remembers all that shit.
yeah.
He almost
does.
got docking 1-for-1. Just hit him
He
out of the
nailed
blue
it.
with it.
Yeah,
So.
he's special. He's
Man.
special.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say real quick? Sorry, but when we were going in there, the reason I was so scared too, to be honest with you, is what you described. We didn't really know what it was like. We didn't know Jerry how we know him
Oh
now.
no, we didn't know if you were going to get jumped and beat by 70 gay guys.
I
in San
thought
Francisco.
I was legit scared on some level that I might just walk in there and knew this is just like a weird thing, dude. And we don't know this guy.
yeah,
oh,
eyes
that's the
wide
deal.
shut, masks, and they're
Yeah,
beating your ass and stomping you out. Yeah,
I was legitimately scared at first. When I was
no, the
walking
best
in.
story is the guy across the street that was pacing too. And
Yes.
it's like,
Well,
he was trying to work up the nerve to go in.
I was staring, looking at the fucking place, not knowing when I was ready to make my move, and some guy walked by me, and then he fucking was pacing, and then I finally fucking saw him leave. I thought, okay, he's leaving. He's just a dude leaving. And then I walked up and he was in the fucking line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that guy thinks I'm fucking, like, really into this. He thinks I'm nervous because it's my
Yeah.
first time and shit.
Yeah,
Oh, what a time.
it's crazy. You never talked to the guy.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to anybody. The only other thing I'll say about that, it was also interesting when I did it, was I didn't know the rules. Like, they did that whole metro thing where they're like, oh, doors at 7, you know.
Yeah, close
like,
promptly.
whatever.
Yeah.
I thought, in my mind, I remember thinking how it was supposed to go was everyone would walk in and you'd sit around for like a half hour and,
Yeah.
I don't know, chit-chat.
then
And
you
then
rip
the
your pants off.
masturbation would begin. And I was talking to Jerry for a while, and then people started leaving. And I'm like, well, why are they leaving already? He's like, well, you know,
They
there's
finished.
no time limit. Some people are here for 5 minutes. Like, so it's already started? And I was like, oh, shit, I got to go in there
I
now.
gotta take my clothes. So did you take your clothes
Oh,
off
yeah.
and put them in a basket?
Yeah, but no, they gave you a bag, like a paper bag. When I used to talk about this on stage as a joke, I would say like when you go roller skating back in the day,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
have to like give a shoe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they put 'em in a cubicle
Yeah, so you'd
or
have to get naked. you were allowed to wear your shoes. That was it. You had to get naked, put them in a bag, and they'd give you a little ticket, like a paper ticket.
Where did you put the ticket?
I don't remember. I think I just held it in my hand.
Yeah.
And I will say.
And did you cover yourself? Were you walking around covering your dick, or were you
No,
just
I
walking
didn't.
around?
But I do remember just all I did was sit on the bench. There was benches around the outer end, and I think I
so
sat
you were
there-
the creepiest guy there. You were just a voyeur.
Yes.
This fucking dude just watching us.
Yeah,
just
probably.
watching
Dude,
all
Start
us
stroking.
real-
What the fuck?
I always remember telling this to Jay even and stuff. I really legitimately did not enjoy it. It was very weird to me. It was not
Do you think
fun.
you'd enjoy it this time, knowing Jerry?
Yeah, I don't think I would care as much. I think I would be. I mean, I'm not saying I'd be staring, eating popcorn, but
Yeah.
but I really was like, I think I said on the show, but I actually went in there in the end with an open mind, in the sense that if I felt something, if I was like, oh, this is actually better than I thought, I would have gone with it. And I didn't. I really just didn't.
You were probably just too nervous. You're
Yeah.
not great around people.
You need a
You're
couple
not
more meetings,
awesome
then you'll
and-
get
A couple more.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
a couple
they're
more in
done,
there.
I think.
Send you back.
The
a few
chat's already saying
times.
we should send you back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it'd be a good thing. I don't know what they're doing. I meant to ask him, and
I
we
think
got
it's-
sidetracked.
I
but-
think it was still shut down the last time I talked to him. So.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
COVID would have put a hamper on that small business.
Yeah,
Small
but
business.
in San Francisco, they probably would have considered that essential.
That's
and I'm
true.
not even joking.
No, you're probably right. It could have been like a
those
mental health thing.
Yeah, they would have considered that like, yeah, these guys need this release on Monday nights, every other Monday,
yeah.
and this is for their mental sanity, and we're not taking that away from them. They
What a crazy-
totally would have done that.
so crazy.
In that area.
Yeah.
I mean that wouldn't surprise me at all. All right,
Anyway.
so should we do some more?
Yeah, we
drops?
can move on. I'm sorry.
Actually, you know what? Let me read a couple of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
This part of the show brought to you by our friends at the Backcourt Restaurant in Clarkston. Oh my God, I'm telling you, if they have the steak soup or the potato soup, fan-fucking-tastic. Best soup I've ever had, honestly. And I'm a French onion guy. I love French onion soup. But that steak soup that Forey brought over and that potato to die for.
Nice.
Located in Deer Lake Athletic Club, the Backcourt combines first-class service with a relaxed, friendly atmosphere, chef-inspired menu. They have daily dinner specials throughout the week, live music on Friday nights, and on Friday and Saturdays, the best damn prime rib in town. So next time you're heading out for dinner or drinks, stop by the Backcourt Restaurant in Clarkston. Call them at 248-625-8686 or visit DeerLakeAthleticClub.com. And let him know if Forey's there, or he'll buy you a drink. So you get a free round, whatever it is. So I absolutely love that place, and go say hi and thank you to everybody that's gone there. Forey lets me know usually when listeners stop by and have dinner and stuff, and it's great. He always lets me know, and if you guys reach out to me and get a hold of me and let me know you're going there, I'll reach out to Forey, and it's been a nice way for people to hang out, and everybody that's gone there's absolutely loved it. So please do. Also, this part of the show brought to you by, and we'll get to some more drops here in a second. Do you have some lined up?
I'm looking
Ready to
at
go,
them, seeing
Garrett?
what's in there.
All right, find some here that are pretty cool. I mean, that Nana and the Dirt Face, there's a lot from her that are really great. Or Isis, if you want to look at some of those and see what could. Well, there's pages of them there if you want to look while I'm doing this. But this part is brought to you by your insurance expert. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, and that is no bullshit. Life insurance, health insurance, Medicare supplements. He knows his stuff. And I mean that wholeheartedly. It's unbelievable. You don't realize when you have a boring subject like that, like insurance, just how important it is that these guys fucking know their stuff. And Nick does, and he's wonderful to work with. So you don't have to be, if you're not an expert, he is. That way you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews, 248-914-1173. That's 248-914-1173. And the good thing about being an expert is those guys tend to know the loopholes. True. To get you the cheapest shit possible.
If you're a libertarian, paying less taxes is best.
Yeah, and Nick can help you with that. So please call them and go visit Deer Lake Athletic Club, our dear friends and supporters of the show. All right, did you guys look at some drops over there?
Yep.
What do you got?
Regarding the Detroit cast being in the race, we definitely can't do that.
We definitely can't do that.
Can't do
The
that.
demand that you guys were.
Yeah. We demanded that we got to be in the fucking Red Bull race. Give
Meanwhile,
me a
you're over here
break.
lucky
Like
you
a
got the fridge.
professional auto race on
Yeah,
Belle Isle.
yeah. We're like, yeah, we're gonna want to drive cars in the race. And she's like, yeah. That just shows you someone that doesn't know us. She knows us, but she doesn't know 100% if we're serious
Can
or
you play
not.
that one more time? Just I want to really.
That's Rachel.
Yeah.
Regarding the Detroit cast being in the race, we definitely can't do that.
Are you guys insane?
It-
What
it-
she meant was, are you fucking serious?
That is her trying to be as professional as possible.
Absolutely.
While telling
That's
somebody
Rachel being very professional.
No, you cannot. That's literally like asking, like, hey, the Daytona 500s this week, and we're going to do a little sponsorship. Can we just
no different than
run a car?
calling the Lions and being like, me and my buddy are coming to the game this Sunday. Do you mind if we pop on? Just like on a kick
My friend's
return.
really good. He can play
Just
QB.
out of-
Just
yeah.
trust
A
him.
little high school.
Just on a kick return. We don't want to get crazy. I'm not looking to start on offense or defense, but maybe a special teams run for a play.
You're like asking.
Yeah, as far as coming on the field and playing for a play, yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to do that. Can you imagine?
I just always loved that one, just because
Yeah,
her
it's great.
voice and it,
It's
trying
great.
to like reason as it's happening. Like,
Yeah.
Be professional. Be professional.
Yep, still got to be professional.
Well, I got one of my favorites that I've been repeating forever, and that's the.
What do do?
What dude do?
What dude do? Right?
Yeah,
That's what
Yep,
it actually.
not what
do.
do. What dude do? That was Michael Brown.
Yep.
That was Michael Brown, and the guy
What
walked
do
up. That led to Jay and I going through the whole, oh, my word.
Yes.
Well, I think that's where they started.
How did
the,
this young gentleman under supine on a public thoroughfare?
know
And the
what-
black guy walks up. What dude do?
What do you do to me? I never thought about it before, but is absolutely the Tiger Woods' mom on the phone? Like, what happened? Because it's just audio in the back, like it's just kind of
Yeah.
there, like
Yeah.
it's just kind of caught on the thing. I wish I could.
So you walk upon the scene. Here's a guy with his head blown off on the fucking on the street, and you just waltz up and say, "What dude do?" Go ahead.
What do do?
have the original.
I wonder.
What dude do? Why you got to shoot his head off?
I wish I could have the original like CNN, broadcast,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the minute where he just
Could you
comes
still
up.
could you still find the video of the guy jacking off?
Oh, I'm sure you could.
That one was fucking hilarious too. Where the guy, yeah, baby, and you hear the fucking gunshots going off in the background. He's
Vidya's.
absolutely the vidges. That's midday, bright sunlight, and that guy is jacking off to a chick on the screen.
I still play
100%.
I still say videos a lot of times when
Videos,
I
yeah,
like,
that's where that came from, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He says, I love all your videos.
Oh, your videos.
I love all your
Five,
videos.
I love
four-
all your videos.
Four fucking pop, right?
Going off. He's so used to hearing gunshot in the neighborhood.
He's in the fucking whatever we used to. I forget you used to have a name for it, but he's in the haze, man. He's in the jack off haze.
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
in that. Got a nut before it's gonna fucking.
yeah, just that clueless, like campy.
The world is falling around him. Somebody's
Yeah.
getting shot. And he's
Shot
just
to
like-
death. There's an absolute fucking mayhem unfolding outside his window. And he doesn't care.
Yeah,
I love your videos.
I might have to go do some research later on.
No,
tonight
it's
for that one, 'cause-
it's
He
tough
can
'cause you-
find it.
Okay, yeah,
It's yeah.
And you got to. The problem is you got to be able to listen to it ahead of time.
Yeah.
We got.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
good
What else?
shit,
What
though.
else we got?
Let's see what we got. Sorry, moving over a channel.
All right.
Get out of my car now!
Oh jeez.
Get out of my car now!
God damn it to hell. Where's that?
Facing a fucking moron! Get out!
That's from
Yeah.
the.
God damn it to hell. Where's that one? That
Yep.
one should
Gotta
be,
be
on
the
there,
next
too.
one.
Oh boy. It is my fucking goddamn property! Get out! Now!
Damn, dude.
Out of my car now! God damn you to hell!
There it is. So mad. He's so mad.
I don't remember.
That's a Uber or a Lyft driver, and he's pissed that this
Yeah.
woman won't get out of the car.
right.
Like she said something to insult him, and he's like, "I don't have to cart you around."
Yeah.
and it just got so heated to where he's so mad. He's just so mad. If he had a gun, he'd shoot that girl.
Right.
He'd
No.
shoot her in the
Seriously.
face.
Yeah.
He really would.
I fucking yeah.
Play that last one. God damn you to hell, too. It's listen to the anger.
Out of my car now! God damn you to hell!
Oh my god, dude. Was that the? By the way, was this the one, or was it a different one where he was like seeing demons or something, or claiming they were seeing demons? Was that a different story? Maybe it was.
I think it was a different story. Also,
Okay.
my mom just donated $20 and gave me a little laughing face. So she's
Oh,
enjoying
nice.
the show too.
Excellent.
Now both my parents are here, and I gotta be really nervous.
No, you don't. No, you're better
I've
off.
said worse in front of him. It's okay.
You're better off burning the whole house down. Just go for it. Yeah. No, the wilder I get involving you or with you and things you say and we say to you about you, the faster you get through the parents. Like, oh my word.
No, they're not.
If there's any, I know they're not. But I went through this with my parents early on with the Drew and Mike show, and there were, I was in my early 20s, and this was way before you would ever dream of swearing on a microphone. But there were some stories I told that were. And it was like, oh my word, I had no idea. It's like,
less than savory.
You're better off just blowing through that door, just being like, take it or leave it. Here's what I come with.
My family group chat's pretty much this show. It's,
great.
It's a lot of people just motherfucking each other.
Great. That's how we are. My dad used to get super offended at swearing. He never swore when we were growing up. Now it's like, these motherfuckers, Dad. He's
I just can't imagine your dad's honestly, guys, because I've seen him. I can't.
He gets worked up.
He's very much like my dad.
He was, but he's kind of busted through his shell.
Gotcha.
And now he'll motherfuck with the best of them.
We used to have this thing in my house called White Trash Wednesday, and that's when you had macaroni and cheese and hot dogs for dinner. And
I had that the other night.
But all the kids could swear all they wanted. So it would be like me and a couple cousins who live next door, and it was basically, kids trying to swear. We only know like 3 swear words. It's just shit, piss, shit, fuck. Fuck, shit. We're running around the backyard. Fuck.
I remember saying to my mom, I was probably 12, and I was upset about something. And I can't remember. And she was trying to soothe me and calm me down.
Is this when you had to write the letter or something? Or
no, when I said, what did I say there? Oh, yeah.
Because I thought you had to write some letter one time. Like,
I did.
Apologizing
She said, you write 1,000 words. And I wrote, I fucking hate your guts.
or
something like that over and over. And she looked at it and she was just like,
1,000 words.
Fine, 1,000 words. And then walked out of the room and laughed her ass off because her smart ass son had written. It was like, my mom can burn in hell that fucking bitch. My mom can burn in hell that fucking bitch. My mom can burn in hell that fucking bitch. Jesus. And all she could do was look at it and just be like, well, it's 1,000 words.
Yeah.
And walked out and laughed. And, but I totally forgot about that until she told me.
Yeah.
My mom is a fucking bitch from hell. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
My mom is a fucking bitch from hell. But no, I remember saying something sucked donkey balls in front of my mom. I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And it was like, did I just get away with saying that?
It's like that first one you slip past is always the most powerful feeling.
Like, just sucks donkey balls. Like, wow, you really got one there. My mom's like, I understand. Calm down. I wouldn't have even known at that age what sucking donkey balls was.
No, it was just you heard somebody else say it.
Or something. Who knows?
I wonder. I hate to ask you to look for things because I know you don't know. But the only one I would always love is that. What is it? Like, broke my glasses. Remember that like press dude?
Oh yeah, he got slammed.
Yes,
broke my glasses.
He body slammed me and broke my glasses. I know.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I should have got on there myself.
I was gonna say you keep looking. If you want to come over here.
Yeah, maybe I'll
go over there.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you can help.
I did find the grievance clock, and while we're looking for that, let's talk about where's the one I wanted to talk about? I just saw it pop up.
Now you lost it?
I know. Now I lost it. I moved around. That's all right. We'll get through it.
Happens. Go ahead, E. You can help him. You'll recognize a lot of those. Garrett, you've been listening long enough. You'll probably recognize a lot of these too. And Garrett, are there any chats about it, super chats or other? No?
Yeah. It's tough, dude. I'd have to almost just a shit ton.
Well, just play anything. I don't give a shit. Anything good.
Here we go.
I like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind.
Fucking blackface asshole, racist cunt. Get on the mic.
Dude, I'll say this one. This one I say all the time and in social media. Like this here.
Who?
Wait, what was that one?
Play that one again.
Who?
I can't get up that high.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I recognize the voice, but I don't know why. Who is it?
That was the fucking roadie or whatever. Remember?
Oh, the Van Halen's manager.
Yes.
Yes. I can't think of his name right now. The one Jay got into a fight with, of course.
Yes.
You guys keep playing drops.
Okay.
I just got to pee.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
But
There were photos of
comment on all
his
these.
exposed penis, erect penis being sent.
Oh, God, that's the pigment. That's the pigment he's playing. I don't know if you could hear that or not.
Of course, you play Pigman when I walk away.
All right, we'll save them for you. Let me see what else we got.
Yeah, find some other ones.
I don't know. Detroit cast is.
Is that? I'm trying to think.
I think that's the old lady who ran the cleaner from the Bobby Gallagher interview.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, what's her fucking name? Oh my God, Bobby Gallagher.
We're gonna have to find that. Yeah, I got the Bobby Gallaghers for playing some of those yesterday.
I'm a champion. It's crazy, isn't it?
I can't even. When you do this, like, and Mike knows more than me because he did, drew a mic for so long. But it is funny. I don't regularly anymore go back and think of some of this stuff as much as you think I would.
I think about it sometimes because I just, like I was telling yesterday, I was remembering the Bobby Gallagher interview because I work at a company.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like I was trying to remember the whole interview, and I went up looking on YouTube. I was looking for everything. I finally found someone who posted it up.
And Bobby Gallagher, that was because you were calling out this lady, right? That was like a 98-year-old worker still or something. She was running a fucking laundromat.
Yeah.
And somehow Bobby...
You're not a
Oh
host.
my God.
It's just that one. Every time Jay played that, I did have the same reaction.
And Bobby Gallagher was just in the store.
He was in the
at the
store
time?
and was like, "Do you want to talk to a customer?" And we're
Oh,
like,
yeah, because they're like, "Why don't you retire?" Right? That was the deal. She's like 100 years old, still running her thing.
Yeah.
And so
she was in Buffalo.
Yes.
And Bobby Gallagher hopped on the phone and was batshit crazy.
I was on Channel 4 News riding a bicycle in a snowstorm.
In a snowstorm. It turned out great. You know what? I heard you guys talking about remembering these drops.
Yeah.
And so many of them. I just move on to the next thing. I'm not remembering them either. I love the drops when they're played. That's great. But if they're not played, I don't give a shit. That's kind of my thought on those. But every time I meet a listener, they bring these up.
Yeah.
They'll bring up Bobby Gallagher and be like, "Oh my fucking God, dude, Bobby Gallagher." And I'm like, wow, I haven't thought about Bobby Gallagher
like a
in 2
calling
years.
card. If you say a drop and somebody picks up on it in public, you're that person's best friend.
Dude, that's your boy.
Yeah,
that's your
that's
guy
your homie
now.
now.
Yeah,
I'll say this.
yeah.
I feel very lucky that I've gotten to do this with you for so long, that I've finally got to be a small, a part of something where I have that a little, but you had it with Drew and Mike. That was kind of my point. Like, you had that for so long. And to me, like, if I had never done this, that's how it goes for those people. And hearing some of this stuff, I am at the point where, I do not listen to Bobby. I don't think about Bobby Gallagher every day anymore. But hearing it, it's so fun.
What a big part of these drops,
memory,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Eric, just spit it out already.
And that girl's like in college now.
Yeah, I know, dude. Fucking
Is that
wild.
crazy? Or she's in like senior in high school or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So
like a
crazy.
senior
That's
in high
Sweet
school.
Pie. She's got a little lisp there.
Eric, what are you talking about?
So crazy. And you know what?
Little girl, just a little baby.
I will say this, and I will not say any more than a sentence about this because I don't want to I know how people would hate babies. But now, again, having this little niece and hearing a kid that young and remembering how fast, like, you recorded those, and it was like by 6 months later, it was like she wasn't talking like that anymore.
No.
And so, like, how fast she went from like that to being more
Dude,
normal.
At the perfect point.
It's so funny because my whole life and your whole life up until this point, it was like,
Didn't give a
fuck
fuck.
those things. We don't give a shit. But dude, when I saw Madison this last time, and she's like fucking 8, right?
Yeah.
And that little squeaky voice mad dog that would call me Uncle Mike because she couldn't say uncle.
Right.
And now it's like
just normal. Like,
she hasn't hit puberty. She's a little fucking girl still.
Yeah.
She's just a little girl, but she's grown up enough that it's like, oh my God, what happened to my little mad dog? That little tiny voice. And it's like, that's what I hear with Sweet Pie there. It's
I don't
like,
want a kid still. I know we've said that before.
Yeah.
But I have said this to my sister now.
Your niece is going to grow up.
No, well, I understand if you are a person who wants kids, if you're responsible and you have whatever, I can understand why people have more than one. Because, like, to me, this girl that I know, the Kaylee, she's already at this point.
Are they
where,
going to
like,
have more?
I don't think so. I don't
Really?
I don't know. I think it's. I'm not sure.
Have you asked Mark to bust in your sister and just like just see what happens?
Sure, I'll
Just go out for a beer with him. Hey, man, what you think about busting
If
my
it makes you feel better, I'll
again?
just tell you that's what I'll say next time. And
next time you're with him, I'm not saying it like
tell you what, I'm not
going
gonna
to
ask kids,
Thanksgiving
but-
dinner. Don't do it at Thanksgiving
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah.
But if you pull Mark aside and be like, hey, man, this has been so much fucking fun with Kaylee. If you
Yeah.
wouldn't mind busting to my
Yeah,
sister a few times.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I'll
see where we can get with this. Let's get another one going.
I'll throw. But I'll just say real quickly. But my point is, like, I get it where parents like, fuck, this part that's really fun is now gone and it never comes back. It's not your cat or dog. They're fucking just there. They're the same.
They're not though. They're awesome. Cece's the best human being I know.
No, but they don't evolve essentially.
Yeah,
They
no,
just
that's
stay
Jay's
there.
argument. They're always forever a 2-year-old.
And so like the fucking kid. So I finally could understand where a parent gets to a certain point. They're like, oh, I missed that baby again.
Yeah,
Phase.
yeah.
Anyway,
Eric, do you need a hug?
yes. Anyway, go on.
Let's go back to the pigman.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
I have to hear about this pig man one more time.
Hey, I'm telling you, the pig man is alive.
That dude, another guy. who
Justin Harris.
Justin Harris.
Boom.
Nice,
From
dude.
he was Alabama guy.
Yes. And just because
his shit is still, yeah, he looked like a pigman. His nose was tilted up a little bit, so we declared him the pigman. And then we stumbled across the Seinfeld episode,
right,
where they referenced the pigman, and it all comes up. But that was the guy that her breasts.
I'm looking for it.
I would say
I'm talking about a pig man.
There's
I
a lot
walked
of
into the
pig man
wrong room and there he was.
That
pig man. A pig man, half pig, half man.
That is the only one to me. Like I remember looking back, things that if I could have gone somewhere that we could have sent me and done something, I think it would have been really.
Did we talk about sending you there?
I don't know, but I remember thinking
Justin Ross
really,
Harris.
Yep. I thought it'd be really funny to go there. Because that was that trial was like legit covered by the news.
Oh my god!
And if I'd been there, like demanding that they're not talking about the idea that it's a pigman. Like if I'd been out there with signs or something, I just think
that he's a pigman.
For whatever reason, it didn't work. But I remember that is one of the few things that we didn't do.
Well, you got to go to.
I did a lot.
You went to.
There he is.
Yeah, there's the pigman. You went to the trial of Lake's Minivan USA.
Yes. I sat in a murder trial.
You sat in a vicious murder trial.
Because his name, you cleverly saw the name together. And
I was like, doesn't this look like his name is Lake's Minivan USA?
Lake's Minavazusu or something?
Yeah, it was Lake's Minavazusu. And it was like,
crazy.
dude, his name is Lake's Minivan USA.
And I sat in on that trial.
Yeah.
And I think the funniest thing about that trial...
Did you look away when they showed pictures?
Yes.
Because they showed gruesome murder photos. He murdered his whole family.
I know.
And then tried to flee.
His defense was just, why would I do that? I'd have to be insane to do that.
Obviously.
That was his whole defense.
Yeah.
Why would I
sir.
do that?
Yeah.
And the other thing about that was so funny to me was that they brought him in at first, or the jury was in the box, and they were going to bring him in. And the guy came up to him and talked to him about how he's not going to wear shoes because of his religion or some shit. And they thought that they worried that if the jury saw him walking in sans shoes, they might judge him.
Oh, yeah,
so
they would,
pulled
too.
the jury
Fuck yeah,
out.
they would.
Let him walk in, then pull the jury back in so they didn't judge him with his shoes off. But yes, I looked away. I couldn't look at the photos, dude.
Yeah, it was Lake's Minivanas Venusa or something. Lake's Minivan USA. Yeah.
But it was like weird. I will say,
you went to that trial. That's crazy. We sent you to some cool shit.
They happen all the time. There are murder trials.
Yeah.
But I've never gone to the idea of sitting there and knowing that, dude,
there was a press corps there, though, because that was like big news around here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the guy murdered his whole fucking family.
For sure.
He was an Indian guy or something.
Anyway, that was wild.
Yeah.
No, it was a fucking...
What other drops you got on there? I would have forgotten a lot about.
God's got his hand in this, and I truly believe that.
I found the Lindells I was looking for yesterday.
Lindells. All right, go ahead. Run down the Lindells.
Hell yeah.
I said, God, if you get me home, I'm never going to ride a motorcycle or jump out of a perfectly good airplane again, and I never have. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You tell me what you need, and then we'll triple it and call it a day.
About giving money to charity.
Giving money to charity. The guy gave us 10 grand and 600 pillows, man.
The one we were trying to remember is the...
The duck's warmth actually saved my life because I passed out in the snow.
I passed out in the snow. What other ones do we have of him?
My wife's really going to be upset about this.
My wife's really going to be upset about
that. Was regarding him getting his head chopped off by a drug lord.
By the cartel, the Mexican cartel.
It just sounds too exaggerated to the common person out there.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
These stories.
I'm looking for some drugs here. Not, I could care less what you guys have going on between you two.
And that's so fucking true. If you've ever been trying to score drugs in a place you're not familiar with,
whatever, dude.
Whatever you got going, you beat the shit out of her. I don't care.
You got weed?
Can we finish the drug game here? Yeah. Better drugs than weed, dummy.
Well, I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah. No, I don't care. If you're looking for real drugs, not fucking pussy little weed drugs, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You don't care what's going on. Like this guy's got a problem with the cartel over here. Settle it later, boys. I just need my drugs and then we'll move on.
I didn't see shit.
I didn't see shit. I don't care. Lindell is not wrong about that.
I used to be a professional card counter.
I don't doubt it.
No, I don't either. And then the last one we have up.
This is Mike Lindell. Can you hear me?
I was talking to my parents a lot about him just because flying to Minnesota, that was, where we went and saw him.
Anytime I hear Minnesota, I think of him.
Yeah,
I've seen him come up in commercials and people around me go like, oh, I hate that guy. He's always talking about this. I'm like, no, hold on, man. Let me tell you about Mike fucking Lindell.
Yeah,
like, have you seen what that motherfucker's been through?
Dude, that's good. You're going to bat for him.
Oh, I have to.
Dude, Raj is always trying to make fun of him.
He's a fucking legend.
Like, dude, Mike Lindell is a legend, and he's one of the most generous and nicest people.
Oh, yeah.
That is no bullshit. Tell me what you need. We'll triple it and call it a day. He said that to us.
What is his thoughts about someone like that who gives charity away, though? What does he respond to that?
Libtards don't care.
That's what I'm saying. But why don't
care.
you care, right?
Yeah, no, they don't.
And by the way, not saying that just because you give charity money doesn't mean you can't be a bad person.
What is his crime? He's religious.
Yeah,
right?
what is his crime? When we
he's
talk to him,
Christian and conservative. He likes Trump, and he didn't think the election was on the up and up.
So that's
worth bankrupting him. No one ever listened to him again. No one take him seriously.
Right.
He's crazy, and he should be in prison for life.
Right.
Okay.
What should he be in prison
Yeah.
for, by the way? Like
for liking Trump and for whatever.
For declaring the election fraudulent, I guess that is prison.
What about
declaring the election fraudulent? Meanwhile, everybody on the left has contested every election.
I know
for 100 years.
What does he say
are you
about
talking about?
If you were to ask about Hillary, what does he say?
Nothing.
Hillary wrote a book about it that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Did they just say, well, but? Is it the but?
I don't even know what they
but.
say. They try to change the subject, and they try to face it back to, Lindell. And I'm like, fucking Mike Lindell sold pillows, asshole.
Right.
He wasn't running the country.
Right.
We know him because he was a crackhead. Hilarious, by the way.
Well, it's funny though.
Ran a successful all-American company with people that were all over his bars. The cretins all work for him to this day. Like, dude, I don't know what else you need to be good with someone, but if you take the dregs of society in your area and put them all to work, and they're still working for you 30 years later, you're doing something right.
I think you're doing something great.
I mean, you're bringing a lot back to society. You've lived a fucking troubled life. You've been that guy. He splurges. He's generous. It's like, oh, he contested the election. That looked like shady bullshit going on. I'm sorry. I don't believe 81 million Americans voted for Joe Biden. That's absurd on its face.
Most in history.
Don't need to get into it now. We don't need to break all that down. But that's absurd on its face. That you think 81 million people voted for Joe Biden. Hilarious. And Mike Lindell thought it was stupid too. And he's got a shitload of money. It cost him his entire business.
I know, right.
It's cost him hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's, at least you believe in something. And if you know Mike Lindell at all, and this is what I've tried to get through to Raj, like, yeah, dude, I don't care if it's crack or selling pillows or claiming elections fucked up. He goes hard in the paint.
Oh, yeah.
He goes all in.
Right.
He doesn't do anything. When he's a crackhead, he's like the best
a fucking crackhead.
He's full crackhead. When he's selling pillows and starting a business, he's all in. He's all in 100%. And if he believes the election was caked in bullshit, he's all in on that too.
And one of the best parts about him is if you read that book and everything, it's just how honest and open he was about every little detail of it.
Yeah.
Like that takes a lot of to be like a businessman trying to get into politics and just say like, also I was a crackhead and here's every story I can tell.
Exactly. Dude, he took Eric and Jay and I into his fucking meeting with politicians from
Holy shit.
with who was that chick?
I don't remember what the deal was. But I don't remember her name exactly.
Remember that though? And they were taking our ideas. We were giving them ideas.
Yeah, he was
like he had meetings scheduled with people from Washington D.C. and they were scheduled a year out. And it was like they're trying to pitch him and he's like, "You guys want to come in this meeting and have lunch with me?" We're like,
it was an African American and a woman in that meeting.
Yeah, it was a
black guy
woman.
and a black. I thought it was a
the chick was black. Remember, the long.
Well, either way, that's my point is that those are the people in.
And he was all on board with it. He was like, "Yes, let's do it. We got to get the drugs and the crime out of DC. What do we need to do?
Because we ordered the pizza, and then all of a sudden, like, we're getting pizza, and then all of a sudden we're in this meeting, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh, why?"
We were in a high-level meeting with DC officials and Mike Lindell.
I said a meal.
It was both.
That was great timing.
Now there you go.
I'm getting there.
Good work there, buddy. Good work.
Practice.
Good shit, man. No, but yeah, I would like to. You're right. I just don't understand how you can have those opinions on him, and not. Again, Hillary wrote a book about why she didn't win, blaming everybody but herself. Where is the answer to that then?
Yeah.
What does?
You'll never get it.
You'll
never get it.
If I won it.
Yeah.
Right.
Book.
Yeah.
Right.
So what? We can do a couple more drops and then we'll read an email and get out of here.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
Of course.
I say that a lot.
Classic.
Reverse, Terry.
Bag up.
Oh no, there's a fire.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh Lord. Oh Jesus.
dude, the fireworks whistling in the background.
Yeah, and the guy in the wheelchair just sitting like about a foot from it, just not moving.
Oh yeah, and the look on Terry's face is what kills it. He's like,
bag up.
Smile. Start with a bag up.
Bag up.
What? Do the bag up.
Yep. Bag up.
Bag up, Terry. What you doing?
Oh my God.
So good.
What you doing, Terry?
Oh my
Oh,
God. So
Lord.
great, dude. So great.
So great. All right, what else?
His laugh was so good.
I think they're still selling T-shirts and shit. I think they've got a whole industry with
Why
back
not?
up, Terry.
Yeah, no, I've heard back up like in a game or something like that, and then somebody on mic will always go, back up, Terry.
Bag up.
Maybe somebody I've never met before, and then I start doing it. I'll jump back and back
so
up,
funny.
Terry.
It's so funny.
Unites everybody.
It does. It is very uniting. All right, what else we got? Anything else good in there?
You hang up. I'm coming over there.
Oh my
I know
God.
what this is.
No. Yeah,
Fucking
this
Mel.
is great because those always had to be bleeped everywhere. But playing gold digger, cunt, whore, Mel Gibson.
Actually, the
talking to his
iPad
girlfriend.
just died, so.
Oh,
that's
did
all
it?
the drops.
Wait, it's not plugged in? The
I don't
bottom?
think so. It looks like it is, but.
It is down here. That's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, we just restarted the iPad. There we go.
At an hour and 30 minutes. The iPad knew.
I can put it on the camera.
That's great. Oh, that's funny. We'll have to. Oh, it looks like it's trying to charge
Yep,
now.
it's restarting.
We'll play some more. But Garrett, you know those are there. You're familiar with them. That's why I'm comfortable with you being able to play them. Let's do an email and get out of here. This one's so long I won't.
Oh
bother
boy,
with
that's
that
like
one.
someone write a book over there.
Oh yeah, someone did. But you know what they usually do when they're talking about Marvel stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's
gotcha.
all right.
When
Well,
I
now-
ask him to like give us some Marvel advice too.
and there's one for Etard here. Okay.
Oh boy.
I see the face on
picture.
it.
It's almost like he fucking does that on purpose. I feel like with
It
the-
almost is. Black Parody, I have a name for Monique. Halle Berry. She's done quite well for herself, I think. Maybe Monique needs to put in the work. Strange concept, I know. Have a good day, Steve.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think I was saying that
that's
with
true.
Oprah. That was the point I was trying to make. Oh. Speaking of email, Francis J. Fox donated $4.99. He said, "Get yourself a hot and ready E-tard to replace the moldy one you left in the back of your car." Whatever.
Oh, jeez.
Hashtag chick jeans 8th grade basketball.
I've kind of stopped
Chick
eating hot and
jeans.
ready's, honestly, once I realized how much killers
They're gonna start ripping on you. We're gonna get paid to make fun of you now.
That's fine with me.
That's funny.
I've done it most of my life.
Now, I went on an explanation of the E-tard.
Oh, you did?
This might have been the day after you were here, before you went on vacation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or it was that day and you were here, one of the two. But I was explaining you and blah, blah, blah. And I think I said something like,
Complimentary?
well, yeah, partially. But then
Okay.
part of it was like, the problem with E, and it's probably because of the way he's on the spectrum, is when you correct him on something, he'll agree with you and he knows you're right, but he'll still do the same thing
still doesn't give a
tomorrow.
fuck.
Yeah,
He's still
yeah.
going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It is what it is.
Right.
So I think that's what he's
Okay.
referencing here. The E-tard. Hey, Mike, your explanation of the E-tard at the end of the show could have been wrapped up in one sentence that I've been screaming for years. He's bad on the show and doesn't belong. Oh,
I
Jesus,
just-
that's
oh,
going
my
to hurt.
place.
That stings a little bit.
Yeah.
That hurts me.
That is going to hurt.
Also, you explained how he doesn't address problems and makes the same mistake over and over. That's what he's referencing there. This is because he's fucking tarded. I honestly don't hate E.
What?
He's largely worthless to me. My problem with E is, and always has been, he is a nasty stain on the best podcast out there. Can't wait till he goes back to that. Oh boy, you're not gonna like.
I
this.
know. I know. He doesn't like it for some reason.
Can't wait till he goes back to that tourist shithole island.
Yeah, one of the most popular islands
I have
in
fun
the
on
country.
it. I've actually just went a couple years ago. It's fucking awesome for
It's
hiking.
literally
Yeah.
getting more and more busy every
and
year.
it's almost free.
I haven't been there in
you pay
forever,
a
but
ferry
I-
and then you're out there. You can do whatever you want.
I want to go out there this summer, so maybe it's a tourist shithole.
Get your
I don't
walking
know.
shoes. There's no cars.
I know, but I can ride horses.
There you go. We'll get you to hook us up.
He can get me to horse.
Exactly.
He wraps up with, that said, Woke Bay has been great.
Oh, hey.
Look forward to hearing Raj once he's able to join. Connor. Thank you, Bone Job.
Johnny Utah donated $2. He said, "Bring back History Day with Big E, one of my favorite bits."
Yeah, that was a fun bit. We could do something like that. We learned stuff with that.
I enjoyed it.
It was interesting.
It's funny how it got stressful at times because I started having to come up with new things all
Maybe
the
we'll
time,
have to, instead of this day, we'll give it like this month. Just,
or this week.
Yeah.
this week.
This week would be good.
Give him a range.
Do you want to try and do one that Thursday?
Fuck, Thursday. Next week. What about that?
Okay.
Next week.
How many more weeks are you here?
Another 2 months still.
Okay. All right. All right, you don't want to do one this Thursday. It is kind of a lot of pressure for 48 hours.
Well, I just got some stuff I'm working on this week that I'm doing. I should have mentioned it earlier, but I'm doing comedy this Saturday, by the way, in
Really?
Redford, if anyone cares.
Where in Redford?
It's I never know how to pronounce this place, but I will say this: as far as it's a paid show, though. So I would say if anyone has any interest, you should just hit me up on Facebook or
if you can give us the name of the place.
It's like no, I swear to God, I've done.
It's the worst plug ever.
No, I wasn't going to say that. That's what I was just going to say. My point is that's the reason I'm
so
kind
just
of really
roll around Redford until they find you.
Hit me up on Facebook or text me 248-935-9241. If anyone has any interest at all in going, I'll send you the link through that. My point of saying that is though, I've really been trying to work this week on getting because it's an actual kind of show, so I'm trying to work on that. So I really don't want to.
So it's professional.
Add something. Yeah, it's a paid show, so I don't want to add shit to my week.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
That's my main reason.
So we'll do it next week. That's fine. I of all people, I understand that.
Yeah, so that's the
All right.
reason. I'll do one next week. I'll pick something next week and do something.
That'd be great. What did you say, Garrett?
All right, so just get the name of the theater. Tell us later.
Yeah.
It's Mishno's or something. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's the thing. That's the problem with it. I'm fucking a terrible reader.
It's
I don't know how to
probably
read.
Michael's.
No, I'll show you. Here, 1 second. I'll show you, and you can see if you know the place.
Is it like spelled Mishnox?
Michnos.
I got it right here. Mishno's Cafe, Redford, Michigan.
Yeah.
Miko's? Mijnos?
It's like Mishno's.
All right.
I assume it's Mishno's, but I'm just a terrible reader. I don't know how to read, so.
All right.
That's the only reason.
Well, you're doing that Saturday
I'm
night?
doing 7 minutes. There's a real headliner. There's an actual headliner
When
and stuff like
doing
that.
Saturday night, you said?
Saturday night, 7.
Mishno's in Redford.
Yep.
Yeah, go
There'll be a few
support
other funny
Jesus.
guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got anything to push, Garrett?
Nothing to push, but I do have the address of Mishno's if Eve wants
Go
to
ahead.
check it out. Yeah. They're looking at 25524 5 Mile Road, Redford, Michigan.
There you go.
Right on.
Fun shit.
Go out there Saturday night, support local comedy, support Easus. And sounds like there would be some good people there. That's
You're gonna real legit headliner. It's nice. So if you're worried that I'm gonna suck, there are actual.
No, you're
people.
always great.
I'll be fine. But
fine.
I just put that as a disclaimer.
Well, thank you everybody for listening. Certainly appreciate it. We're midweek, and I really like people chiming in on the YouTube and being able to read comments, and whether it's super chat or otherwise, it's awesome, you guys. So hopefully we'll get more and more people to join that. It's a great way to, smaller way to support the show. It's awesome. You can't,
100%.
Yeah, can't beat that. We need to bring things back so we can start, paying everybody.
I was going to say
again.
somebody said that I'm bringing the whole show back myself, and you just gave me permission to the drop machine. Apparently that's bringing the whole show back. So
Hell yeah. Dude, believe
I'll take
me,
credit for it, but
I'm sitting here and I've got a very specific role, and it takes, there's a dynamic to it, and it takes other people in here. You can't do it alone. So I wanted to ease you in a little bit and still ease you in.
Yeah.
But handling stuff like that, it makes it easier with E here.
It does.
Having
a lot.
conversation and having
being able to be over here doing things helps so much. Because when it's just you and me, it's like I'm trying to pull up the articles and I'm keeping.
Well,
but sometimes I notice like I'm losing the conversation while I'm looking for something.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
what I've
hard
said to
do.
people about the drop. When they sometimes say, "Oh, you don't play them really anymore." This and that. I'm like, well, because that back in the day, like you already explained it earlier, but Jay, it was just a dynamic that made it possible more.
Yep.
It's hard for two people to sit there and talk.
It's
and
very, very hard.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible actually
to do it really well.
You need someone dedicated that is able to half pay attention to the show and focus on that. And it's a different dynamic that makes that work. That's all I can say about it. So, dedicating today's show to kind of going through a lot of that.
Oh,
it's
been
fun.
a big comment show. Everybody's loving it right now.
Good, great, man. We've probably got more pages to go, right?
Yeah.
So we could do more.
We can run
maybe
some more
tomorrow.
drops, yeah.
We can do some more tomorrow if people have requests.
A little bit of history to them.
Yeah, we can go.
I
through
think that's what
that
they love
stuff.
too, is just reminiscing on the old TDC for a second before we start moving forward in this new chapter.
For sure. And I totally get that. I love it. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We certainly appreciate that. I'm going to go hang with Tooch for a bit. So have a great rest of the evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow.